Hello and welcome. Today it is all about what you guys and girls think are the best minifigures from all of your own Lego sets or stuff that you've just online. Now, I have got the Lego website up and running. There is a poll running as per normal. So if you've already taken part in that, thank you very much indeed. The poll is as simple as this. Which set combination has the best minifigures? We've got Black Pearl with the Goonies. We've got the Star Trek and Stranger Things. We've got the Death Star with Willy Wonka. And then you've got the Old Town Ninjago and the Spider-Verse wave. Now, it's going to be an interesting one to see who votes for what. But as the notifications go out, we will be picking. And what I want from all of you, if you're watching this on the replay, is your top 3 sets for minifigures and just your top 3 minifigures. Because obviously the poll that I've done is group ones, but there might be a set that has a fantastic minifigure in, which we can do as a separate top 3. But the notifications starting to go out, so good evening to everybody. We are going to be plodding along with the minifigure aspect of stuff first, checking out what you guys and girls think of the top 3 minifigures, or what is your top 3 sets for minifigures and things like that. And then we will be looking at all the differences of the Lego ideas bits and pieces as well, with how much they've changed, because that is a topic that we brushed on, I think it was this time last week. So there was bits and pieces. You can see the screen grab that I used with how much Willy Wonka's changed and everything like that. So yes, it'll be quite interesting to see what you guys and girls actually think of all those bits and pieces. But good evening to everybody. Feel free to take part in the poll. And of course, everybody that's liked the video so far, thank you very much indeed. So I'm just notifications still going to go out. I am literally just going to go through the sets of that's in the poll. That's all I'm going to do to start with, just so you guys and girls can see them back at home. And then if you are watching this on the replay, you can let me know in the comment section what it is you actually think of them. And then obviously we will then be discussing what your top 3 sets are for minifigures and what your top 3 minifigures are, because I would imagine they would be different, because certain things are obviously very good with a full array of characters like this one, but then there might be a sneaky top 3 of just individual characters as well. So Ultra Bricks, good evening to you. Hopefully you are good. And like I said, there's already votes in the poll, and we are looking at a 50-50 split for Willy Wonka and the Death Star with the Old Town Ninjago and the CMF Spider-Verse wave, because that seems to be a very, very popular thing. So first one on the list is obviously the Black Pearl. Now this thing does look very, very impressive. You've got some beautiful minifigures in here. Obviously, it depends on what you're looking for a top lot of minifigures as well. Do you want redos? Do you prefer full printing? Are you fussed by the minifigures? Some people are, some people aren't. And then, of course, you have got the first time in the line characters as well, like we had with the Goonies and the Star Trek bits and pieces. But you can see overall that is a solid lot of minifigures within that. Shibo, good evening to you. Ultra Bricks, hello again. So the Black Pearl is good, but never seen the movie. So no, that's it. So it depends on how you rate your top 3. Basically, that's all I want from you. So you guys and girls can start letting me know in the chat what your top 3 sets are for minifigures, and then what your 3 individual minifigures are as well, because they're more than likely different way of doing the poll. So, like for example, the Death Star is great for figures, but then you might not have a single minifigure in that makes your top 3. And that's all I want to know from you guys and girls as we go through. But like I said, we're just going to, as the notifications go out, because it takes a little while for everybody to catch on and crack on. Ever, Shibo, ever. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is you do. No, anything. It's what your own personal top 3 is for sets. So I've just put sets out that are out at the moment, because people that are just jumping in that are new to Lego can actually see them. But there's going to be some sets way back when that'd be very, very good for minifigures. So I just want to know what your top 3 sets are with the minifigures included ever, and then what your favorite 3 minifigures are as well, because I would imagine you probably get 5 or 6 different sets out of all of those. So no, it doesn't have to be 2025. It's just that I've done that obviously for the poll, and it's just a combination poll of what do you think is best. So that is that one. So obviously we're still in the basically group stage of this one. Next one is Goonies, because we obviously did the sets individually. They did very, very well in the polls, and obviously everybody's got their own take of stuff. So, say for example, do you like sets that are a one and done? We've spoken about this on and off, but we've never actually done a full blown live stream about it and then looked at everybody's favorite minifigures from different sets. And you know how this spirals out of control. It's always going to be chaotic. And then from there, we'll have a look at all the different Lego ideas, bits, and pieces as well. So, these are obviously a full one and done. With the guys. Wolf, hello to you. How are we? Hopefully everything's good. We're already 6 votes in to the poll, and at the moment, the Black Pearl and the Goonies is winning. Nothing for Star Trek and Stranger Things. Death Star Willy Wonka is at 17. Old Town Ninjago and the CMF Spider-Verse is at 17. I put weird and wonderful combinations together because some of these are a complete one and done. Some of them are first time in the line. Some of them, there's loads of them. So, like the Ninjago, for example, they've got 23 minifigures with that, I do believe. So it's just whatever you think for the poll, and then let me know what it is your top 3 sets are. Everybody that's liked the video so far, thank you very much indeed, because of course it helps with the YouTube algorithm. Yeah, so this is it. This is what we're going to be talking about tonight, and I will just keep typing in your top 3, and then it will see how it goes on. So you've got plenty of time to think, because I've still got to go through another 4 sets. Brookford, good evening to you. Evening. You know what I'm going to ask? Well, what is it? Something to do with the Home Alone? Sheba says, you made it difficult. Need a couple of minutes for this. Yeah. Take your time. Ultra Breaks, take your time. And good evening again to Wolf. And again, everybody that's liked the video, thank you very much indeed, because it massively, massively, massively helps. So yeah, that's basically the first. What I've just typed in is the first group. So nice and simple. And then the next combination is Star Trek and Stranger Things. And I've gone for an IP on that one because depending on how you like your minifigures to come within a set, the Stranger Things is obviously quite important to people because they've got the figures included within the giveaway. But again, it's the first time the Lego group has ever done these figures, and they look great. Picard's missing his bowl cap. I know that he should have a bowl cap on, but everybody else looks fantastic. And again, if you're a fan of this, it ticks all the boxes for you. It's got the original core cast, so then you can't really go too wrong with it. Same thing with Stranger Things. Depending on if all of the characters are in from Stranger Things that you want, then those 2 might get your votes. But Black Pearl and Goonies are an extremely strong combination. And I think the Old Town Ninjago and the Spider-Verse wave, because potentially the Spider-Verse wave, the CMF, might have been the nicest printed figures they've done in a long, long time. Those 2 either end might be battling it out. And then you've got a weird and wonderful combination of what we're looking at right now. This is obviously the Star Trek. And then we have got the Stranger Things to follow, which of course is just their sort of a licensed IP that they've done, which is this one just here. So we are these, because again, you've got 13 minifigures included with this one. So again, the minifigure numbers are massive in certain sets, not so much in others. This is all coming in January. So obviously this is taking us into 2026. But if you're looking for this, then you know it's whatever it's going to be. I can see people writing in the comment section. I'll get back to that in a second. Well, the birthday boy is here, so happy birthday to Sean. Good evening, good sir, to you as well. Have you actually opened up your Lego set? Because you're going to drag that out worse than what I did with the gazebo, I think. Now, I'd like to make it official that I have actually finished the Orient Express second carriage. So it's just the locomotive that needs to be made over the weekend, and then I can get the display filmed, and then we are absolutely laughing. But this is the second pairing. So we've just seen Star Trek and we've just seen Stranger Things. Moving on to the Death Star, because a lot of people really liked the figures that are included with this. Other people absolutely hated them. So again, it is what it is with regards to what is it you like in the vote, and then we'll go into everybody's top 3 sets for minifigures, and then we'll go over to just top 3 minifigures in general, because potentially there might be something slightly different, and then we'll have a look at the Lego Ideas stuff. So yeah, hopefully everybody is okay. 6 votes in already. Thank you again for everybody that's liked the video so far. Massively helps with the algorithm, which is great. So that is fantastic stuff. Right, yeah. So this is the Death Star. I know my head's in the way, but I can't move it with this software, which is so I'm using YouTube's own software on this. I can't do anything about my head being in the way whatsoever. So the minifigure that you're missing is probably the most important one because I can try and do this as much as I like, but I can't do anything with the photo. Is make it a little bit smaller. This one. So that's the one that's got worth all the money. And again, depending on how you collect, you might look at it from a point of view of just being expensive. Reddit, how are we? How are we? How are we? I went to the shop and found went into the Spider-Verse CMF, and each pack was 280 instead of 350. Long story short, I scanned them using the app, and now I have the whole set for £32. I would say that's good. I would say that is an absolute steal. Those minifigures, obviously, we'll be taking a look at them in a second. They look incredible, and if I know it's been paired up with the Old Town Ninjago, which has tons and tons of characters as well. But that is a very good find. So £32 for the whole set. That's very good. I mean, the app does come in handy from time to time. So obviously, if you manage to get a fresh box, then you are laughing indeed. But I'll just leave this on the screen for you to soak all of the others in that my head is not covering. Because again, with this, you got a lot of dupes. So obviously there's certain core characters that are very important. A lot of them being reuses. Obviously we know the debacle with C-3PO and not having his full silver leg. So I've just randomly thrown a load of these sets together, and it's just going to be interesting what the poll turns out to over the next few hours, because I'm going to be sat with a numb backside with a can of Coke and a twirl, just chilling out with you lot. So yeah, and then obviously we'll do a bit of shopping like we normally do, and we'll start looking. So Ultra Bricks, it says, for more recent sets, I'd say the Rivendell, Barrandor, and the Shire are a really good way to get a chunk of Lord of the Rings characters. Well, that is very true. So obviously we'll be looking at all three of those sets from the minifigures because Ultra Bricks has got the top first three. So yeah, that's all I want from everybody. Just your top three sets for minifigures, and then your top three figures as well. So, because the problem is with Willy Wonka, for example, it might put you off because I'm not asking about the set. I'm just asking about the minifigures that come with the set. So we're not looking at the Death Star. It's just the minifigures that come with the Death Star. Because when we're about to type in Mr. Willy and his Wonka, I think a lot of people agree that the figures are great, but a lot of people don't like the set. Hence why it's still on ×4. But the characters it comes with is everybody that's almost needed. So that's why I trying to word it in a way of where it's nothing to do with the actual set. It's just the figures that come with the set, but it's always in the back of our mind, isn't it? I was tempted to buy them all to resell for profit, but don't. It does become so hard. Well, you don't have. Yes, exactly. You don't. To be fair, those kind of things, because they. I think the CMF stuff, especially the Marvel CMF, they're always going to be the elite level figure. But if you're doing that from a resale point of view, potentially you're not going to get as much as what you think, because they've already done the 2099 again, but it's just not as detailed print. So you can get them differently, whereas other CMFs in the past, they've just not been able. It's one of those. If you're going to pay a lot of money for other little bits and pieces, but that is that pairing. So we have had the pairing of the Death Star and Willy Wonka. So yeah, are you a fan of these characters? Are you a fan of the Death Star minifigures, not the Death Star itself, and not Willy's Fountain itself, the actual figures from the set? Because it's difficult otherwise, because I think people are like, I don't like the cheese, I don't like the slice of cake, and I don't like the sewage factory, but the figures are great. Star Trek Stranger Things, again, I think the characters are fantastic from there. Black Pearl and the Goonies is at 67%. That's looking very strong. And Shuba says, wishing Sean, wishing all the best. Oh, so we got a lot of birthdays coming out and about at the moment. Fantastic. There is somebody else that I'd like to wish happy birthday to, but I will keep that to myself for now. So I was going to wish a couple of people a happy birthday at the start of this stream, and I will not. So we have got 6 votes in 67, 17, 17. Ultra Bricks would throw in the Dungeon Dragons CMF series in there. That was an excellent. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's it. It's what you think. Is what you think. So, if you had to start creating a top 3 with the CMFs, would you lose the Shire and add in the CMFs from D&D? You got to try and create you got to make like your ultimate 3 minifigure wish list. Because well, it's going to be an interesting one for a few people. Old Town Ninjago 15th anniversary. So minifigures on this one. Yes, a lot of characters included within this one. Looks very, very good. Of course, with this, it's reuses, first time on the line, volume, good print, and obviously we're pairing that up with what was the last one? The CMF Spider-Verse wave. So CMF Spider-Verse. Yeah. So again, a lot of people think that these might be the minifigures of the year as well, because of the print, because they are full head to toe flake. They look great in person. But how much they have as like a resale, I don't know. But yeah, everybody in the comment section, you can all wish each other happy birthday if you want to. You can wish everybody happy birthday. So yeah, happy birthday to Sean, who is currently looking at a Lego set that has yet to be opened. Old Town Ninjago and the CMF Spider-Verse wave is now up to 29%. I think, to be fair, it's going to be tight between the Black Pearl and the Goonies and Old Town and the CMF. I think the Star Trek and Stranger Things are fantastic, but I don't think as a pairing. I mean, it's a strong pairing, but they're up against other strong stuff. Good evening to UC. Hopefully you are well and everything is going okay. And happy birthday. There is someone I want to wish happy birthday to. Happy birthday over in the Philippines. You know who you are, and hopefully you have a lovely day today. Well, yes, because you're ahead, so it's not quite. It's a bit weird. I'm wishing 2 people happy birthday, and it's one of them's today and one of them's tomorrow. So all to do with the different time zones. It seems to be everybody's born in December. What is it with you December babies? Ryan. Wonka and Goonies is the real pairing. Death Star has, yeah, well, I know. Yeah, this is it. This is what I said. Because I put Black Pearl and the Goonies as a strong pair, but the Wonka figures are good. So you could have just gone for Wonka. You don't have to go for the Death Star. Well, this is true. It is true. Yeah, they don't. Why am I looking at the back of the box? Yeah, so it's just not the set, just the figures. And this is the last batch, which again, they haven't put all of them in. So I'm not 100% sure. Not 100% sure why they haven't put all of those in, but good evening to everybody. So what I'm asking from everybody is what is your top 3 sets for minifigures? Not the actual set itself, just what you think has the strongest minifigures in those sets. And then once we get through that, we'll then take a look at your top 3 figures. And yeah, we'll see how the poll goes. But I would imagine it's going to be close between Goonies and Black Pearl and the Old Town and the Spider-Verse. 7 votes in at the moment. It's 57, nothing, 14 and 29%. So Ryan says, Wonka and Goonies is the real pairing. Death Star has cheap figures with people replacing C-3PO and the ones from the Keyring, very true. And Willie needs more Oompas. Yeah, that's it. So it's one of those, isn't it? It is one of those. But we are now 21 minutes too late for standard delivery for the Lego website. So we are now officially out of the Christmas window if you wanted any of the sets, any of the sets delivered, and you are going to have to tuck into those. Now, not only obviously, like I said, are we not just going to be talking about the Lego minifigures, we're going to be looking at the Lego ideas stuff, like what we were doing. I think it was last Friday. It wasn't. It wasn't last Friday. It was at the start of the week. It might have been start of the week. So we found them on the shelf, didn't we? But we didn't go into all of them because it was these. So I've got this running as well. So we can also then start comparing the original set to what the set's actually made out on shelf. Because Ryan, do you think this? I think we spoke about this already, but do you prefer this? Well, that's very true. You both of you might be getting joint birthday and Christmas presents, won't you? So I guess you can always ask for something a little bit bigger. But yeah, we're going to be looking into all the Lego ideas stuff that's changed while tucking into the figures. So we had a Lord of the Rings top 3. Now, I don't know if that Lord of the Rings top 3 was an actual top 3 list for Ultra Bricks or not. So actually, before that comes through, we'll do the CMF for D&D. Let's have Lego CMF Dungeons. There it is. So again, there's a very, very strong lineup for these. Go very well with the set. This was the first wave, wasn't it, with the box? I do believe. UC says, the more I see the Wonka set, the more it grows on me. Well, we will be taking a good look at that again because as the votes come in for the poll, we're going to do that as a comparison again first because Wonka got done so badly. I think for the ideas stuff is that we're going to do the Wonka idea set first, and then we're going to go through all the other sets from the idea stuff while checking out all the different minifigures from your own top 3s. So feel free to get me in, guys and girls, in the chat. Let me know what it is. Willie is a grower. Yeah, feel free to get your top 3 sets in. I'll plonk them up on the Lego website and we'll just see what everybody thinks of your top 3 sets for the minifigures. So is your top 3 all for Ultra Bricks? Is your top 3 all the Lord of the Rings? Yeah, UC walked straight into that. Oh, we can't get it's Friday, isn't it? So it's always going to get chaotic. So I'm going to open up another tab. Check me out, opening up another tab. And we are going to be, like I said, bouncing around between your top 3 and the Lego ideas. So you guys just have a think and start writing down your top 3 sets in the comments while I'll get the pairing up for the ideas. And then I'll get your sets up for the top 3 while I get the next pairing up for the ideas. So as you guys and girls are thinking of your top 3 sets for minifigures to this. Now, we went over this, we did, but this is just a warm-up of things to come. Now, this is the original submission. And the topic of conversation that we're having last time is, do we think Lego Ideas has changed too much with regards to what the final product is? Because what you are looking at right now and what I have up on the screen right now is the same set. I will be. Yep, I'll be doing. I am going to be doing a New Year's Eve stream. Yeah, I will. I'll be seeing that through. I don't give a monkeys about New Year's whatsoever. So yeah, I will be doing a late night New Year's Eve. So if anybody's bored, I will be sat here from about this time onwards till midnight. That's what we did last time, didn't we? We kicked off at 8, and then we just worked our way through. So yeah, I will be doing that. But yeah, so as you guys and girls let me know your top 3 sets of figures, we'll have a quick look at what could have been from Willy Wonka. And obviously then you lot can let me know, do you prefer the original or do you prefer the actual set that the Lego group has done? Because out of all of the Lego Ideas stuff that we jumped to during the week, this was the only one that a lot of you thought that the shape was better on this one. Obviously, with regards to like the greenery and the foliage and all that kind of stuff, that's been upgraded with what you've seen, but I think what we came to the conclusion is that the shape for this, a lot of people preferred. So I don't know if your minds have changed or not. But yeah, I'll be sat here for New Year's Eve for hours, just waiting, just researching bits and pieces, and just doing this. I'll be using probably the other software so I can get your bits up onto the screen. Because I know for whatever reason, I don't know why, but the YouTube software seems to be a little bit laggy, whereas the other software seems to come through. It seems to come through okay. So I just can't move this box on this one. Yeah, it is. It is what it is. But that is Willy and his Wonka from the original Lego Ideas submission. I do like the color of that tree, though. I think that's a pretty cool looking. That's a pretty cool looking thing with all of the other little bits and pieces on there. I think that looks very, very good. Have got what does seem to be a massive pile of turd just at the back, though. So there seems to be. I'm assuming that's supposed to be the bubbles from the actual waterfall itself, because that is a movable waterfall. Now, weirdly, I never really paid too much attention to it. Some people complaining about the actual waterfall moving, but I don't really think some people understand how the Lego Ideas stuff works, because they do try and keep that stuff in, and that is a feature from this. So if the waterfall wasn't a mechanical waterfall, for example, then they probably wouldn't have done that in the actual finished thing. This one. So yeah, you guys and girls have to let me know what it is you think. Well, there's something there. There's something there. Ozzy, how are we? I'll be here New Year's. Just let you know. Hey, well done. Where did you manage to get it from, Ozzy? Did you manage to do it on? Because it wasn't on the Lego website, was it? So have you managed to pre-order it from somewhere else? Saves you staying up then, doesn't it? So yeah, Ozzy, I'll be going live New Year's Eve from this time, because we're now 8:30 UK time. So wherever you are, obviously in the world, it's obviously different, obviously time zones and all that kind of thing. But yeah, I could not care less about New Year's whatsoever. Christmas, well, I love Christmas, but New Year, it does not bother me at all. The 1st of January, you wake up full of disappointment. And then for the next 365 days of the year, it's just drama and pain. And then we have Christmas and it starts all over again. So yeah, how is the poll getting on? 8 votes in now, and it's 62% for the Black Pearl Goonies, 25 for the Old Town Ninjago and the Spider-Verse Wave. Willy with his Wonka and the Death Stars at 12%, and nothing at the moment for Star Trek and Strange Things. So we will now jump back over to, and I need to find out what the official top 3 is from. They run away. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Ultra Bricks. Now, his Ultra Bricks ran off. And have you come up with your top 3? Sheba, have you got a top 3? Ryan, I need a top 3 from you. Ryan also says the original design is a million times better night and day. Also goes on to say that Willy is a grower. Oh, I know. So I need it from UC. I need it from Sean. I need it from Ultra Bricks. I need it from Reddit Destroyer. Again, congratulations to you with getting the CMF Wave. That's fantastic. Brickford, I need to know your top 3. Wolf, I need to know your top 3 as well. Get them in the chat, and I'll get them up on the screen, and we can see them. Nobody will be judging, because well, it's your own like for figures. I said while you're getting those lists in, I'll keep going through the Lego Ideas website, and then it will spiral into, I'm sure, different Lego news and all that little bits and pieces like we do. But it's not too late to get the perfect delivery for Christmas. Well, we are now late by 30 minutes. So standard delivery. I wonder if they've got the express delivery on. Have they got the express? See, I've got this. I need to take that back out. We were testing that ages ago, weren't we, with regards to that? So if I was to put this in, does it come up with an express or not? Pre-order. View my bag. No, I've got express checkout, but not, no. So I would imagine, because can you remember when they did, they offered express checkout for January the 1st, and everybody paid like a load of money, and it didn't happen. So people were kicking off and asking for points and refunds back. Right, Lord of the Rings. We have had a top 3 list for the Lord of the Rings. So we're not looking at the sets this evening. At the moment, anyway, we are looking at the actual characters from it with regards to being able to build them up. And if I remember rightly, for whatever reason it is, I have to actually hunt the figures down within the set? Have we started off and I've been shafted? Because I don't think. Oh, there is. That's right. I was going to say I didn't think there was a photo, but there is. Of course, there is. There's always going to be a photo of the minifigures, right? There. So that is obviously, if you're a Lord of the Rings fan, you're going to pick all the Lord of the Rings stuff because it's 3 sets. You can put all 3 of those in there. But yeah, it'd be interesting what everybody else is going to be for the top 3. 62% now for the Goonies Black Pearl, 25 for Old Town CMF. So yeah, they're going to be creeping up. 75904. Right, here we go. Now it's starting to come in. Give me the numbers. Let me know what the sets they are, and get your top 3 sets in, and we can see what it is. And you could be tricking me. Be 75904. 75904. Ah, here we go. Something so it doesn't matter what it is. It's just anything. The Scooby Doo. Now, yeah, I've seen these. That's a good call. That's a very, very good call. This is the one that has the extra. Is it her? She's a really, really expensive minifigure, but she only came in this set, didn't she? From the whole of the Scooby Doo wave. So you had to buy the most expensive set to be able to complete the whole team, because you got obviously the glow in the dark ghost is pretty cool. The knight's cool. I think it's her, because didn't she come in the lighthouse? And this obviously got and we got the cool vampire up at the top as well. So that's a good shout. I like that. Yeah, Velma, that's the one. Yeah, so this is the only set she came in. So they did a Scooby-Doo line, they did a Scooby-Doo wave. Clearly sold very, very, very well. But it's going to pop up with the others. Yeah, so if you didn't realise, look, there we are. So we're doing a bit of a trip down memory lane. So five sets. The mansion was obviously the most expensive. You could get multiple characters and multiple sets, but she was the only one in there. So let's just go through all of these figures. So again, with the lighthouse, there's those 3 again that we've just seen. This time you've got Scooby with a burger, and then you've got these weird and wonderful characters. I'm not going to tell you who they all are. I haven't got a clue. Yeah, fair enough. Ultra Bricks. Yep, that's fair enough. That is absolutely fine. The Ultra Bricks is going for, I think, Rivendell, Eyeball, and it's either the Shire or the CMF wave for D&D. I think we have an official first person to come with their top 3. So it's a good, solid choice. That is a good, solid choice. But with the Scooby-Doo stuff, yeah, some of these minifigures are worth an absolute fortune. Because they've had all these IPs, and obviously they haven't done them, nor will they probably do them again. You did have, I think you have to buy, of course you have to buy every single set to get all the characters. Or does every figure come in at least 2 sets? And then she's only in that one. I see. So that's the second lot. Yeah, because you got Scooby-Doo comes obviously in loads of them. So that's the plane comes with, is it 3? You're going to load? So it comes with those. So it comes with the Headless Horseman. And you got, I'm assuming Scooby-Doo's different because it's got its goggles on, so it might be a slightly different print for his head. And then you've got the Mummy Museum, which, oh no, so you have to, okay, so you have to get, Trying to work out the characters. So if you got this set and the Scooby Doo van, which is of course I would imagine everybody would want the van. That's how you get him. Because you could just get the two cheaper sets, which would have him in, and the rest of the team with the lighthouse. But this is the one that has the money in because she is very, 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 and she's very expensive now as well, isn't she? She's very, very difficult to get. Um, well, I know, and yeah, yeah, Velma's very. She is mega rare, and you would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for those pesky kids. Exactly, 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 exactly. Now those kids have all grown up probably, and they've just thrown her, launched her away. I dread to think how much that minifigure is at the moment, but yeah, it's a good choice. So you guys and girls can carry on looking at who you're looking at. I'm just looking at the background for um, a random Lego ideas set to click on and just see what is like for like. Because there was loads we didn't click on last time. Loads and loads. What do we start with? There's more entries down there. I don't know if we clicked on the A-frame cabin. I don't think we did. So there's the A-frame cabin. I think this one. I like the fact it's got the broken stairs on this one. Because that's basically what mine's like, completely by mistake. Mad. Top three. Here we go. We got another top three in. So top three coming from the birthday boy. We have got the rectum, the Baron Door, and the Hogwarts Icons Collector's Edition. Oh, that's a saucy top three from the birthday boy. Right, so we are going to be looking at the Doctor Strange Sanctum first. So this is Sean's top three. So let's have a look. And it's from the newer Sanctum. Or Sanctum. It's Sanctum, isn't it? Sanctum. This one is from this set. This is your top. So yeah, these have a full array of figures, don't they? It's mind is any set that you can think of, just from very very different, very very different minifigures. But no, they come with strong characters. Because again, if you're looking at it from, do you just want all the sets that were part of that film, or sets that you just need in your collection? Don't think there's anybody missing. And then obviously, because you get 3 different strangers, don't you? Yes. They're not all the figures, though. I don't think. Where is Strange in that photo? Iron Man, Spidey, Wong, Zombie, Dead, t'other one. You do get Strange. You get Stranger with the cape. I think. Yeah. See? That's awful. See, they just don't care, do they? They don't care with these folks. Just as well I pay attention to these things. I've got the set, so that nearly caught me out. So yeah, with regards to the figures that are included within this, yeah, they do look very good, and you have got a bit of pole for length to fight about and do whatever it is that you want to do. And the set itself, not that we're looking at the sets, but the set itself is a very, very strong thing. He says I'm not looking at the sets, but I'm about to click on it. With regards to just being able to do the little bits and pieces, obviously take the roof off, take the back paneling off, and yeah, you can set up some bits and pieces. You can have the eyeball looking in the room. Why you would do that, you'd have to do it if you're having it in a street, because obviously you can't butt them up. But if you give yourself a little bit of space, you can have the eyeball facing outwards, and you've got all of the bits and pieces that move about, which is these, and they're all interchangeable. So you've got your hole, you've got your cap sign, and then you've got the eyeball, which go in 3 different locations. And then you've got the different realms at the bottom. So there's a little bit of play features with this as well. And it's a nice, interesting build with that one. Right, next one is the eyeball. Now, if I type in the eyeball, I don't think it's going to work. So I've got to type in Dur, I think. D-U-R. There it is. See, do as little as possible to find the sets. Eyeball is there. And of course, introduced from the Lego Batman movie for me. That's the whole reason why I got it. And I actually was going to have this close to my shadow box. Because I thought, would anybody understand the reference if I put the Lego Batman movie stuff close to this? And I don't think anybody would. So I've decided to scrap that idea. However, I am actually quite tempted to bring the eyeball back out and have it close to the Daily Bugle and Avengers Tower, just because of the Lego Batman movie, and it means DC would actually have a little bit of height. So, and it would look nice on the table. But the minifigures from this are these. I hate it when it does that. Stop doing that. So we have got what we're looking at on the screen right now. I haven't got a clue. I think that's Mouth of Soren, some weird and wonderful thing. And then you got some more. I've got the set. I've got it. It tells you what they are in the instruction booklet. I just don't pay any attention at all. I don't pay any attention. Mr. Lego King, good evening to you, sir. So what we are talking about is not the set itself. I'm not worried about the build, but what 3 sets has your top 3 minifigures in 4 minifigures. So it could be anything. You could go way, way, way back when to the original modular, all the way up to something that's on pre-order. But I just want to know everybody's top 3 sets for minifigures. The sets themselves could be absolutely awful, but it could come with amazing minifigures. So it could be anything. Let me know what it is, and I'm getting everybody's top 3 lists up at the moment. And we're on Sean's, who has, for his second pick, has picked the eyeball. And again, it's what's you got to look at it from a perspective of everybody likes the figures in a different way. Is it because you want the characters? Do you like the print? Do you like the volume? Do you want to fill this out? You know, it doesn't matter. It's your own personal opinion, and they all look good, don't they? Especially with these, because they have got full print on all of them. I think because that's a new helmet piece. The mouth on that's amazing. Full print on that one. Full print on that one. Obviously, these 2 prints, they're all different. The legs are the same on those 2. That leg's the same. That torso is different. That one and that one is different. I'm trying to remember what was underneath that armor. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe I pull the eyeball out and actually put it with my DC stuff like I was originally going to do, and have a little bit of lava into the city. Because in the film, he actually shoots stuff out of his eye. Yes, I'm walking into that one. He shoots stuff out of his eye in the Lego Batman movie. So I was thinking maybe we could just do something stupid like that, and have it quite close to the Lego roller coaster. Maybe that's not a bad idea, actually. I think I might do that and just see what it looks like. Just something a little bit stupid. And Hogwarts Icons Collector's Edition is the 3rd Hogwarts. That's a big meter length, Sean, yeah? I'm assuming that's that one. Hogwarts Express Collector's Edition. Hogwarts Icons Collector's Edition. Yeah, it's got to be this one. So these are the top 3 minifigures. 20 of them. Back you come. And they, again, tick all the boxes, I do believe, with stuff. There they are. So again, you've got a very, very good selection on your screen of the characters. I can zoom that in a little bit more so my head's not in the way. There. So that you guys and girls can see all of those. How is the poll ticking over? 9 votes in now. We are 67% for Black Pearl / Goonies. Wonka's at 11%. Old Town Ninjago and the Spider-Verse is at 22%. Right. Shibo and his top 3. Right, this might change tomorrow, but my top 3 sets for their minifigures are Rivendell, Apocalypseburg, and then Cloud City. We've got some spice coming in now. So Rivendell. We'll go back to that because everybody keeps popping in and out. So I think we might be going over to the Lord of the Rings a few times. But again, that's your casting characters from Lord of the Rings. It has everybody that you want that's in there. I would shoot those little toe rags in the middle, but apart from that, everybody else is strong. Now we're getting to something completely different because the Apocalypseburg is just amazing. Now there's a cheat code to this because rather than typing in Apocalypseburg and me trying to spell it, if I just do Lego Movie 2, it should be there. There it is. See. Oh, it's almost like I've searched for this before. Now, this has to have one of the most random minifigure selections. I don't know if all these individual photos are all of them. How many characters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we'll start up, we'll just see what pops up. And we'll count them, and then I'll look at the box after. Because all individual figures are always handy, but I don't think they're going to give us 12. I don't think they're going to give us 12 photos. Sean says no. We've made a mistake on Sean's top 3. All right, I'll cross that off and I'll go back in a second, Sean. And I've seen yours as well, Lego King. I'll get your top 3 up in a second. So we've got Mad Max Batman in this set, looking amazing. Then we got Larry looking very, very angry with his sword. Suicide Squad, Harley Quinn. And then we have got Good Cop, Bad Cop, who has rubbed off his good cop face and put an extra bad cop on the other side. Where's my pants without his pants? And then we've got, I think that's Dave. And he's the one that's getting a tattoo blowtorched off. Why he's there as well, I don't know. And there's Larry again. And there's the blowtorch character. And then she's looking very, very angry. And also looking very angry. There's a theme with this set that everybody basically is very, very angry. But you have also got Wild Style. So there's the cop with the other face. So you've got the cool shades on this one. That's just a figure walking into the door. And there's Emmett buying a really expensive coffee. And then, yeah, you've got the little prison cell that's in there. Then there's Wild Style with the album. And then, yeah, you're getting a blowtorched off tattoo with the surfboard and punch bag for the Duplo. So yeah, the set's amazing, but obviously we're just looking at the minifigures. But yeah, I am a fan of this one. And then Shibo's last one is the Cloud City. Don't actually think I've paid attention to these figures. Cloud, is it going to pop up? Yes, the Betrayal at the Cloud City, a set that is horrendously expensive. Horrendously. This is nearly £1,000 now. Why they don't do Star Wars play sets anymore? Because when this came out, would have been obviously it's fantastic looking now, but why they don't go down the road of play? Maybe it's now just too expensive to do. I don't know. It's all the looks like they've got all the figures in there. Let's take a look at the figures and then we'll go from there. Let's make Luke as big as we can make him. Right, where are we? There. Right, so we have got Luke in his tan. I like the rough belt buckle and everything on that. That looks nice and smart. Brickford, I see yours as well. So Brickford has said Rivendell like the stone minifigures. Okie dokie, yeah. Natural History Museum. Again, stone statues, nice. Goonies, the wood statue minifigure. Minifigures don't bother me, but I love there we go, Brickford. I like that. So I'm now going to have to hunt those down individually in those sets. And I'm going to go all the way back up. Brickford says, evening, you know what I'm going to ask, but then you haven't asked the question, Brickford. So what were you going to ask? Let me know what you were going to say, because unless it's disappeared, I can't see it. So, right, we've got top 3 statue to go through. Good. Everybody else is in the background. Get your lists in. Feel free to get your lists in. Say hello to everybody else. And of course, if you like the video, thank you very much indeed. So there's Luke. Darth. Now, if I remember rightly, was it this era that had the button configuration wrong on Darth? There was... Let's have a look. I'm just gonna get something up. because there was something that people were kicking off about with Darth Vader for a while, and the print was wrong, but I don't know what year that was. It goes green, red, red. Oh, it is different. This one, look, his center's got the green, red with the red underneath and the white going across the bottom, and that's from the Death Star. But this one, the paneling is different. So they've upgraded basically his chest plate. But there must be, I think there's another set where they've got the red on top of the green. So people weren't happy. People weren't happy about that. Anyway, then we have got a broken photo, which is great, and another broken photo. Why? Why? Who isn't? Who doesn't want to be photogenic? Oh, of course, it would be you. That's the first time I've seen her in that outfit. I haven't seen her in any other outfit. Ah, Home Alone. I know. I am. It's still tempting. It is still tempting. Because you did say that that is one of the best sets that Lego's ever done. So well, if Smith still have it, I think. But I am also looking at some of the Ninjago sets that Smiths have as well. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. And then you get twice. You get in two outfits in the same set, and now we just get her all the time in the same one. So you've got two of her, Han, Chewie. Got a very, very nice printed Boba, R2, and then you've got a shiny head C3PO. That's basically the same figure that you got in the Death Star, I think, pretty much with the half silver leg. Then we have a very interesting. Oh, I'm just trying to visualize it with the eyeballs off. It's basically a mushroom tip, is what that is. And then we have got amazing character. Got a bit of Lando. I like the blue on him. That's a very, very nice blue with a nice gold. And another one. And then you got the other officers going through. So that's a huge amount of minifigures with this set, and a droid as well. So that's a very, very strong, very, very strong top three. And I mean, yeah, just with regards to the set itself, it looks great. I wonder how hard that would have been to display, because you are literally because you can't tip it, can you? So I wonder. This set now values at around 12,000. Does it really? So this is a 12,000. I'm assuming it's sealed and new. So it's a $12,000 set, and it's $2,500 for the minifigure. Well, ouch, and ouch. Right, I need to recorrect. I need to sort out Sean. So it's 76391. 76391. Oh, right, the owl. Yeah, I can see where you're going with that. So this is the one that Sean has just finished building. And how many figures is this supposed to have? Oh, 3. That way, it's just that photo then. There we go. That's the plaque and plinth. And that does look very, very good indeed. Very, very good indeed. So, yeah, if you're a fan of the Harry Potter, I can see why these minifigures are very, very important. Very, very important to you. 10 votes in now. The Black Pearl and Goonies is starting to run away with it at the moment. It's 70%. 10% for Willy, and then you've got 20% for the Spider-Verse and the Old Town Ninjago. So, yeah, we'll see what happens when the votes carry on coming in. So again, everybody that's liked the video so far, thank you. Everybody that's taken part in the poll, thank you. But no, that's a very, very strong 3 from Sean. Ultra Brick says picked up the Daily Bugle just before it retired. Saw the solid figures line up in there too. Yeah, they are very, 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 very strong. So we'll start off with Lego King's top 3 now, which is the Daily Bugle. Again, what a set this is. So I'm assuming it's the big Daily Bugle, Lego King, because it's 2 now. But we'll go for this one. We'll go for the one that's sold out because this is a beautiful thing. But they haven't given us all of the minifigures in a photo, so I do actually have to hunt them down individually. So top to bottom, you've got I think it's Firestar, and then you know who they all are, so I'm not going to start naming them all. But yeah, you got one. There's 2, 3, 4, 5. There's number 6 in there. That's Peter Parker. 7, 8. And then you've got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18. So yeah, you've got who Punisher isn't there at the moment. So Punisher's in a separate photo because Daredevil and Blade are in there. But they had the Punisher on the side of the box. And then you've got people waiting in reception. So yeah, there's literally minifigures everywhere you look in this set. So yeah, it's a very, very, very strong lineup for minifigures in this. Absolutely. And yeah, if you were lucky enough to get this or lucky enough to pick it up, you can see all the minifigures that are up top. You get tons and tons of them. And again, Punisher, Daredevil, still worth an absolute small fortune now. I don't think they're ever going to do them again. I was just very, 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 very lucky to that they actually obviously came with this set. So yeah, absolutely living the dream with that one. Lego King's second one is the Sesame Street. Now that is is that the Ideas set? I'm going to definitely spell this wrong. C Street. I'm going to start. I'm going to type in something else otherwise, and it's going to look. Oh, come on. Oh, of course, it's retired, isn't it? What's the? Oh, I did spell it right. No, I didn't. Just as well, I didn't. It's SES, and I typed in SEA, and it looked like something that you produce. So it's the Sesame Street. What's the Lego number? I've just typed in Seaman Street. It is 21324. 21324. There it is. Yep. So forget the actual set because we're not looking at that, but we have. So we'll very, very quickly look at it larger. But the figures that this comes with, I think the figures in a frame at the moment you can probably get for anywhere between 85 and 100. So yeah, it's an expensive. It is an expensive trio, but they do look good. You got all the nice printing and everything on this one, and obviously you can see all the bits and pieces that are included. Will that go big for me? Yes. So, which is your favourite character, Lego King, out of all of these? Yeah, that's it. Rivendell and Daily Bugle seem to be popping up quite a bit. See, Sean's got the complete golden trilogy for all of those. So, what is the other one? The Grand Hall. Right, so the Harry Potter Grand Hall is the third one. So yeah, for minifigures, this is a strong lineup because of course you can make some. They're just very photogenic, these things, aren't they? Yeah, it's a set that just passed me by, completely passed me by. And then the second this retired, it went up a huge amount of money. I think it might be on its way back down again now, though. I think the hype might have calmed down for this because I think people realise that the shape might be a little bit awkward because it's as an L. So yeah, and it's kind of in its. I wonder if this would scale with the new Marvel stuff. So Lego King's favorite character is the Cookie Monster. Can't go wrong with that. And obviously the Cookie Monster comes with the cookies as well, doesn't he? So there, just there on the front of the table. Comes with the biscuits. So yeah, it's a nice looking set. Just wonder if there was ever an intention to carry on with some sort of street. But of course now there is a Sesame Street opened in the theme park in Florida, and it was the one that used to do all the SeaWorld. because they're now not doing stuff with animal attractions anymore, are they? So they've added in lots of new just lands and stuff. They're still called SeaWorld for, obviously it's a name that they built up forever. But no, that's a very, very strong from Mr. Lego King. Top 3 sets for minifigures for that. Oh, we've got some honourable mentions coming in from Ultra Bricks. I see that. I'll be having a look in there in a second. So Brickford was asking about the Home Alone. Very, very tempted. We'll have a look at those minifigures for you, Brickford. But Brickford came up. So what we've got to try and find now is the stone minifigures for these 3 sets. So we'll start off with the History Museum. And well, basically, in case people don't realise what they are, C. But yes, you've got a pairing on the front of this. Actually, is there a better photo? Ooh, which is going to be the better photo? The flowers in the way of that one. We got a close up. No, it looks like it's going to be. It looks like it's going to be that first. This first photo. You can see you can see it cleanly enough. As long as my head's not in the way. So yeah, there's two of the statues. So again, a different way of collecting. So this is Brickford's top 3, but going not for the different type of minifigures that are in there, because the ones in the Rivendell set also do look very, very good indeed. Get that up in the background because they've put them in all in the shaft, haven't they? So I'm assuming that's the correct ones I'm looking at. And the Goonies have the wooden one. Yeah, so you've got those 2 on that one. You've got the whole like base of the shaft on this one. And then the Goonies. Oh, this was yeah, because didn't they do one on the Barracuda Bay as well? That was the golden figure though, wasn't it? So you got that one. But didn't the Barracuda Bay have one? I'm sure it was a golden figure on that one. You got me thinking of what else had statues in. I'm sure it did. Again, the pictures are awful. That's the best photo you're going to get. But there's like a half torso statue on that one. And I think the One Piece also has a statue on. Or am I getting that mixed up? No, maybe not. The boat doesn't. It's got the carved goat in instead, hasn't it? I'm getting mixed up with another set, but I can't think of what set that was. But that's a very, very strong top 3, Brickford. I like that. So Lego King said he made a mock of the Sesame Street, which is always good. So Ultra Bricks mention. Here we go. Yeah, they're all starting to come in now. Right, let's have a look at the Cantina first through the because obviously this is a set that has gone now. And these minifigures are just going to go up and up and up and up and up. Have they given us a photo of the... Probably not. We've got box. Shut with a funky roof. Open. Maybe they're all in there. So Luke's fallen over. You get a lot of characters with this. Ah, there they are. There they are. So yeah, there is a lot of them. But this was under the Master Builder range, which they haven't done any others since this. So it's always a little bit bizarre that they didn't class this as a, because this is literally a play scaled, like this is the equivalent of what the Cloud City, surely. Because it's a lot of minifigures. It's a play scale set, you would imagine, but at a slightly higher price point. And they never carried on with it. I don't quite understand why they didn't carry on with that, because this could have been a line that they could have done. So Ultrabrick says the honourable mention is the Simpsons CMF and the Marvel CMF. Really like those. Okay, let's have a look at the Simpsons CMFs are the smart. I'm trying to think what the Marvel CMF one were. Who was in that? Start with the Marvel CMF, shall we? Is it going to pop up, or is it just going to pop up with? Oh, there's 2 seasons, wasn't there? Yeah. So series 1 is these, and I got a couple of the zombie caps, and the prints on those are fantastic. I actually picked them up from Billand. They had loads of them over there. I didn't get any of the others, but yeah. So you've got all of the different characters that you could want or need. I got Gamora as well. I think that was just lucky dip of was there. Peggy's a cool looking character. Obviously, then you got Loki with the cool frog. Do like the cup and the TVA belt. Oh, is this the What If? This is the What If range, isn't it? No. Yes. No. Was it hot? No, it's not. Kind of looks like it is, but it isn't. It's a mashup of everything. You got must have a bit of What If, Loki. You got all the different TV shows in there, haven't you? So, oh, never. I don't even think I've ever seen this photo before, which isn't working. Oh, come on. We'll try that again. So they've given you the different TV shows or movies are from. How very, very cool. I've never ever seen that before. So I don't know when that picture came about. But some of these, because I've not looked at these for any reason, I've not bothered to pay the attention to it. Right, that can go down. That can go. Series 2 is more of the same, isn't it? Yeah, you got a mashup of some of the X-Men, some Hawkeye characters in there. You got She-Hulk's in there, Moon Knight. So yeah, I can see it's a good honorable mention. The Beast as well. Lego King says I have both the Marvel CMF seasons or series, shall I say, which is very, very good. I have the Simpsons, the best CMF DC in the Olympics from 2012. Yeah, and the Series Horror 16. So yeah, they're all very, very strong CMF waves. I really like the MBS range. Wish we would get more. One a year would be good. Much more interesting to get stuff. Yeah, I think so. I don't know why they didn't do the Master Builder series once a year or once every 2 years. Because I would have preferred to have gone those than the massive, massive, massive ships. But I don't know. They did it and then just didn't carry on with it, which I thought was a little bit weird and wonderful. Smudge having a yawn. Right. Anybody else got a top 3 list? Oh, I can see the polls change. 12 votes in. Goonies is still walking away with it at the moment, but the Death Star and the Willy is starting to pick up a little bit. Right. So as you guys and girls are thinking of your top 3s and other minifigures and things like that, I'm going to be bouncing back to the Lego Ideas website. So the Lego Ideas website, as we just quickly looked at for the Willy Wonka, it's a case of just having a look at how much all of it's changed, because the A-frame the A-frame that we're looking at is a little bit more rustic, I guess, than the final result. But the final result that we got was beautiful. So they've just given us slightly more colourful trees. It kind of looks like it's the same size. They've even kept the base is the same because they've used Thor's hammer. So they've used the original ideas used the Thor hammer. It looks like you've got more different little accessories. You've got a lot of axes and sort of this is much more sort of outback, sort of proper miles away. Whereas this one's more of a place that you might stay on holiday. Yes, that would have been a good one to go for, the A-frame cabin. The reason why I didn't go for the camping adventure is just because, well, I haven't gone in for anything. To be honest, the Series 3 was the last set I actually bought when it came out. And that's it. So I've obviously backtracked the winter chalet, and there will be one or two more that I do want to backtrack, but I haven't picked them up. But I would say that with what we're looking at now, with regards to the internals of this is the original, obviously, it's very, very similar. Very, very similar, which is nice because this hasn't changed. This hasn't changed drastically compared. I mean, obviously, the difference is that this actually looks like it might be an open back, whereas I don't know what's going on with the Lego website at the moment. Just seems to be every photo I want to click on isn't working. It seems to be. Will it work now? No, of course it won't. Hang on. Let's see if I can do something else. I might have to close the tab down. Is obviously we've got the back open on the side. So yeah, Ultra Bricks likes the A-frame cabin. Shiba likes the A-frame cabin. Yeah, and Lego King's got tons and tons of bits and pieces. And Sean, have you built anything yet? Have you actually opened up the box? But yeah, so yeah, with regards to the original 10,000 votes to what we got, yeah, the roof came off, but the back we've got an extra back. We've got the room, we've got the staircase, we've got the bed up top, we've got the spiders' webs and everything up there. So yeah, very, very. It's just sort of a bit more modernized. The final one, and I really like. So I like the looks of that. I do like I like the trees and all that kind of thing. But I think they've gone for much more of an adventure type, holiday-esque with the final one, and they've done a really, really solid job with everything again. So you've got the bed up top, maybe shrunken down ever so slightly, but overall, I think the set's stunning, absolutely stunning. I think so. I would say that still it's only Willy Wonka that has drastically changed. And I think that's why people don't like it. Don't worry, it's in the background. Get your top 3 sets in for minifigures and let me know what they are. And we'll go jump onto the Lego website and take a look. Loads of people have been giving me their top 3 sets for figures. Let me know what yours are. Take part in the poll as well, because that's changing all the time. And if you've liked the video already, thank you very much indeed. So I will have another look, just a random lucky dip at one of the Lego Ideas sets. And then we'll have a look at some more of the CMF minifigures and, of course, anybody else's top 3 that has come in. We have clicked on some of these in the we've just looked at the Sesame Street for Lego King. We'll have a look at the original submission. So the original submission was this. I've never seen the original Ideas. See how much that's changed. So it was a bit like the Ghostbuster Firehouse, where it opens up, and it does look like the bit had been bolted onto the side. Let's flop that back up and see, because obviously some of them they've had massive upgrades. Like the Winnie the Pooh, for example, that's had a massive upgrade. Don't forget there was the Muppet CMFs, wasn't there? I think there's a Muppet CMS. I think. So there was obviously something slightly different, but yeah, that's the final. which looks eye-catching enough. But no, the original changed huge amount. So, like the Winnie the Pooh, for example, we said that had a massive upgrade, but this is just a completely different shape, um, completely different cast as well, because they've only given you Big Bird and Bert in this, whereas Paul, Gordon, Susan, and Bob, they've been shafted on. And oh no, you have got the Cookie Monster and stuff. Oh, you got all. They are all there. They're just dotted around. That gives you all the detail of the original stuff. But it is amazing to see just how much some of these do change. I still think Wonka's had the biggest change in recent ones. Look at that. We've got Rocky Balboa versus Apollo Creed. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with that. So yeah, that was the final idea. And I'm assuming it sold well, because the Goonies that we checked the other day, that was literally like for like, wasn't it? The Goonies on shelf was pretty much like for like, which is a credit to the actual original designer. The Nightmare Before Christmas, I've seen the 10K model, and obviously that changed ever so slightly. So the Winnie the Pooh. This is the one that we all said had the original submission looked good, but the actual the set that they actually did was completely different. It's amazing how they just used a completely different color palette, and it's really brought it in, because that's just a massive upgrade overall. The two sets with rebrickable was great. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, some people might have done, because the rebrickable one was very similar shape, wasn't it? Because you could do that with the Friends as well. You could make all like mini modular facades and stuff. But no, the actual original, some of the original ideas, I mean, obviously like the back end of this, as we know, is all been upgraded. So again, massive congratulations to this last time, but massive congratulations to all of the designers that got their work in. But yeah, some have had big upgrades, some of them maybe not so much. That was going to be the next thing I was going to start asking people, actually, Brickford. We are still looking for a Lego City 2025 advent calendar for Sean. And at the moment, I have looked absolutely everywhere, and I can't find anything online. So if anybody can help Sean, that would be fantastic. So just again, get in those comments and let them know. Ultra Brick says A from Cat. Yeah, so we've checked that one out. So anybody else, let me know what your top 3 sets are, and then let me know what your just best minifigures are. Because there might be one minifigure that you really like the look of, which of course is just something a little bit different that wasn't included with the bigger sets. Because we were looking at, I wonder what is actually on here. So what do we have? If I type in Lego CMF, I wouldn't have expected the large Santa to come up, to be honest. CMF series. You're going to come up with different ones? Yeah, there we go. Right, so we got 28, 16, 15, 17. Of course, the DC superhero ones are great. Series 20, Disney's 1 and 2. 19, you got 18, which is the party. The Lego Batman movie stuff is just crazy. They did the weird Unikitty one, which I don't know how well that sold. Of course, you're both Harry Potter. And yeah, there was, I said about the Muppets, didn't I? So there was your full array of Muppets if you wanted to get any of those for yourself. So they've had some very strong minifigures over the years with the CMFs. But Sheba said the main changes happened to the trees and the roof of the A-frame cabin. Yes, yeah. So I like the fact that they changed the A-frame cabin roof. So you could just slot them off the sides and the back was still enclosed, but it just looked neat. I think it just looked neat. But yeah, with regards to the CMFs, well, we've been very, very, very spoiled with those kind of things. Now I'm just going to go back through the chat in a second to make sure I've not missed anybody's top 3. And I will get this is, I think, the Barracuda Bay. I think, because it's the only one this is obviously officially passed. So I'm assuming they've given us they've managed to give us both. So that was something completely different that the Lego Group decided to try and do. Because I assume the original submission would have had the boat in, but we got the island, and it's a solid island as well. But they've changed. We've got the pigs. I like the colours on this. All very, very accessible. And then obviously with the final result, they gave us basically that and a boat. So that's had a bit of an upgrade as well. So that's never a bad thing. But no, if anybody can find or knows of a Lego City 2025 calendar, Sean is still looking. So hopefully you can find one, or anybody can find one. I've scrolled all the way back up to where Ryan was saying the Willy is a grower. Red Destroyer managed to pick up the CMFs for £2.80, so £3.50. We had a hello from Wolf. I think I've so far I've caught up with everybody's top 3 sets for minifigures. So I'll wait for some more to come in, or if there's anything else set-wise that you can think of. With 13 votes in on the poll now, so the I keep saying that, Black Pearl and the Goonies is at 54. The Stranger Things and Star Trek's at 15. The Death Star and the Willy is at 15. That's now caught up. So we've got a three-way split for those sets. So yeah, it's 54%, 15, 15, 15. So see, everybody's got their own thing. Everybody likes their own figures. Right, let's take a look at the original thing. See, this, I wonder, now we know what has come out from Sonic. I wonder if they already had something potentially in the pipeline. So what they gave us is because what you're looking at now, we got, and I always thought, because they left the pinholes in, and I can't quite understand why they did it, I thought we were going to get all of the levels, which I think would look great. And instead, they then did all of the smaller playsets instead, didn't they? I would have liked for them to have just done one of these a year with all the playset stuff, because this looked great on display. And once you get the Sonic, you get all of them, and it's, well, I mean, you can see what the original is, and you can see what we got. So what I'm assuming what people were voting for the 10,000 was the actual concept rather than the actual finished product, because they don't look anything alike. I mean, yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy we got this because this was Lego Ideas number 39. But I was hoping that the Lego group would have carried on with it because they did leave the pins. So why they left the pins in, I don't know if they left them in for you to mock it or for you to do, whatever it is that you wanted to do. But now, obviously, we have all of the Sonic stuff. So I wonder if they did this as a one and done, knowing that all the Sonic play sets were going to be coming. And they just did, because they redid the Green Hill, didn't they? I think. Yeah. So they redid it. And it was just more of a play type thing. But what was the original? Hang on, Sonic. So this play set was more expensive than the Lego Ideas set. So the play set came out at £95, but the Ideas thing came out at 70. Well, the idea, that's ridiculous. Never knew that. Never knew that. One to take a look at as you guys and girls are having a look. I'm going to jump back onto the actual main Lego website and we'll just scour some sets as well for figs. How much did the Flintstones change? I don't think the Flintstones changed that much, did it? No, it didn't. So that's the final product that we got. I know we're missing some minifigures, but right, Shibo's in a hunt. What's Shibo hunting for? 60475. Ah, 6, 4. 60475. Is that the calendar? It is, yeah. Oh no. Yes, it is. 60475. Well, I'm afraid this is what we're after. We are looking for this for Sean. Not the actual boxes needed, just the contents of each individual window. And maybe not all of it either. It's just the characters. And I think it's this group. I think this is what's caught Sean. The cat and the dog with the treats are also a nice little touch. But that is what Sean is. I found Sean an advent calendar in Leeds. It's probably about 70 or 80 pounds worth in fuel. So I just said get a private helicopter and fly over, just land in the garden, ask for a discount, and then fly back off again. I don't think a message was sent in the end. But no, that's what we're looking for Sean. I have looked everywhere this evening, and I can't see it in any. It seems to be that a lot of the websites all use JD Williams, so when you click it, it takes you straight through. So, but it does mean that some of them might have it in store. But yeah, it's a nice thing, and it's got the nice minifigures in. There is obviously one or two of them still left, but they're not the city stuff. But no, that is the characters that are wanted for this. Little Lego, hello, how are we? Hopefully you are good. Let us know what your top 3 sets are for minifigures, and I will get it up on the Lego website and we'll have a look, because everybody's getting their top 3s in at the moment. And the one that I haven't actually shown yet, because in all fairness, that was said right at the very, very start, was the Shire. Or did we click on the Shire? It was on the table, wasn't it? And I said about the kids. Or was I getting it? No, that's a Rivendell. So no, we haven't looked at these because this is the one with the dual molded faces for the fireworks. So you've got all of the characters that you need within that scene. I'm assuming she's never to be seen again for old Samwise. But do we see the dual faces? Yes. So you've got the dual faces with the secondary hairpiece where the fireworks blown up in the face. But yeah, I am just after top 3 minifigures in sets. So I need, that's why we just random bits and pieces ever, and then your own personal top 3 as well. So you could give me 6 sets if you want to. But hello to you, little Lego. Hopefully you're good. The Fortnite bus comes with like mine. It does indeed. That is actually a very, very good call because that Fortnite bus, not only does it come with 9 figures, they also come with very, very important ones. And you are the first one to mention Fortnite this evening. So Fortnite it is. Over to the Fortnite and the bus. There it is. I'm assuming it's the battle bus, yeah? So we're not looking at the set. Forget about the set. It's just the minifigures that we're looking at the moment. So the set itself could be really overpriced and not very good, but it's the minifigures that we're after. So say, for example, like the Death Star, forget the price. Do you like the minifigures? Some people do. Some people don't. But yeah, they are a full selection. I don't know, my head's in the way. They are a full selection of... no, my head's all right. Ones. Now, I'm amazed actually that not many people, in fact, nobody's mentioned much about DC. They've not mentioned any of the old Arkham sets, any of like the Joker Manor stuff. There's a lot of different ones. The Batman, the CMF Batman sets as well are very, very good. Very true. It is. Yep. But if there's any sets that you've seen, little Lego, that I just need your top. You don't have to own them. It's just what you think has the best minifigures in. Now, the set could be super cheap or super expensive, and it's either volume or just the print or favorite, whatever it is that you like. And we're just getting them up on the screen at the moment for everybody. And we've had some really good top 3s from people. So we've had a mix of Harry Potter stuff. We've had the old Cloud City from Star Wars. We've had all sorts of different bits and pieces. But yeah, it's a difficult one to do, but I think it's there. So I'm gonna show DC some love now because DC always gets missed out. So Arkham, are you gonna give me the older Arkhams? So forget the newer one, and I mean obviously the Batman artwork, it has great figures as well, but do they have the older ones in? Because there's lots of Arkham Asylums. Problems with the current Arkham is obviously they're all in orange, which isn't exactly ideal because I think everybody wanted them to be in well, they're in prison, aren't they? So you get the heads, but all the torsos are the same. Apart from Poison Ivy and Mr. Freeze and the Riddler, they do look very, very good. But the guards are the same guards that they've used in a different Arkham Asylum, but the minifigures are in their own outfits, I think. See, that's a very good call as well. Little Lego says so I think the Star Trek Enterprise as well is very, very strong. We'll take a look at those in a second because that at the moment, yep, that is joint second. Well, you've only found it, but at least it's 29 you found it for, Brickford, because I found an advent calendar on Amazon the other day. It was 54. So, Sean, if you're listening, he's, he's trying to jump on a plane, not a helicopter. He's going to jump on a plane and pick up that one in Leeds. But no, this is still on back order until the 24th. Great looking set. But the other ones, you've got the one with the cop car. Oh, this is the Batman movie. So these are also in the prison outfits, but you do get, obviously, her, and we all know who she is. Two-Face, Poison Ivy, Robin. Yeah, you've got the guards Arkham Guard with a hook. That's a little bit fruity. But it's not that one. It's the one. I don't know what the SKU number is. Because now we're getting slightly older. Oh no, this is the one. This is the one. So this has no pictures. So that's the characters you get with this. So you get Batman with the old solid wings. You can see Scarecrow as Scarecrow, and you've got Poison Ivy as Poison Ivy, and then you've got Harley Quinn as the Doctor again in this, and the small is what I think people were hoping that the new one would be, where you might have one in the prison suit and the rest were all escaping out of Arkham. But yeah, it's not to be with the new one. But the Joker Manor, again, old retired set. It's Batman movie, isn't it? Lego Batman movie. What's going to pop up with that? Where are you? There. So the figures that come with this as well. You got a load from the end credits where they're singing the song at the end, which is a little bit bizarre. Because you do get duplicate figures, but you got from a volume perspective and how nice these minifigures are. And you can see you got Alfred and everybody in there, but you've got a nice Harley Quinn. There we go. So you got Batman, Robin, cool looking Alfred, Barbara, Joker he's got dual. A lot of these have dual face prints. And the torso prints and leg prints are great. Different version of Harley Quinn. Really nice baseball bat she comes with as well. And then you've got white suit, white suit, white suit, white suit, and there's another one you can get from another set, I do believe, to try and complete everybody from the credits. Oh, little Lego's giving us the tips about if you didn't know about the shuttle pod, there is a way to get it through bricks and pieces. Oh, so it's just a minifigure that you can't get, and then the stickers, I would imagine. But to actually make up the shuttle pod, that would be quite a cool little thing. I think Andrea is sat on about 7 of these shuttle pods by the sounds of it, because there was more purchasing going on the other day, I do believe. But no, these are the figures again included within this set, which I looked at right at the very, very start, but only briefly as the notifications went out. And no, I think they're a solid crew of figures. Sean says Brickford maybe is a last resort. Yeah, well, it's a long way to go, isn't it? It's a long way to go for. Well, I say long way to go. It's a lot of money to spend. Sorry, for $29.99 on the advent calendar. Right, back to the Lego ideas. Back to this. Idea sets you guys and girls want to take a look at and see how much they have actually changed. Is there anything that you would like to see? Still think a lot of them have had big upgrades. Steamboat Willie looks tiny there compared to the final result. Yeah, that's tiny, I think. Steamboat. Is it going to be on the... Yeah, it is. Well, the final result was... Well, I say, that looks nice, but this looks great. It's a nice sized boat as well. The box artwork's very, very nice. I had this in hand at Legoland Germany, and I put it back. And that's the only ever time I had ever seen the set, because it was very, very difficult to get hold of. And then, of course, they redid these figures, didn't they, in the CMF wave? But no, this set was, I think it was quite difficult to get hold of. I think. Oh, you can't get the torso yet. Ah, there we go, little Lego coming out top trumps. So yeah, it'd be interesting when the torsos do come about. Because I don't think she's in a different outfit, is she? There's no different printing on the torso, so you should just be able to use one of them. But no, that's Steamboat Willie, and that is Steamboat Willie. So that's the ideas from there. Checked out the Ghostbusters already. Big Bang Theory, had a look at that. I know we missed a few. We did click on the. Did we click on this one? No, we didn't, did we? So this was the Lego Ideas DeLorean. Is this going to be on the website still? Because I don't know if this will be. Because we've got the new one that's coming out. But what is that? Lego. No. I can see. Oh, that's a shame. Lego Ideas Back to the Future. What set number was that? We are way, way, way back when. Set number 21103 number is. No. No, it's definitely not on there anymore. But of course, we've got the new Speed Champions car coming, haven't we? So it's, I know it's not the same, but you can get some Back to the Future stuff and new Time Machine, which is this one here. I think that car looks very good. I know there's a lot of people that have pre-ordered this. A load of people have pre-ordered this one. And of course, if you're waiting to get this for the January the 1st, you can add this to your basket to be able to get the giveaway purchase for the new modular. So obviously anything that's available on pre-order on the Lego website, you can get elsewhere. Obviously Walmart in America is very, very popular to get these kind of things from. You can potentially, to be honest, you could just walk into Smith's day one and just get this off the shelf. It's not going to be difficult because they have so much stock and nobody ever goes there day one to get Lego anyway. They always tend to go to the Lego store for day one because, of course, you get your points and you get the giveaways, don't you? So that's the only difference on day one. But it does say models can't be built simultaneously, so it's either one or the other. So whoever's buying this, and I know there's a fair few of you in the chat, are you going to have yours flying or driving around your city? And for the poll at the moment, the Goonies is still winning 54%. Everything else is stuck at 15. So, but yeah, this is a really nice. I think it's a really nice looking car, and I think it's going to sell quite well. I think all of the Speed Champion stuff is going to sell well, to be honest. They've had a very, very strong. They've had a very, very strong lineup this year. So, yeah, I think we've covered everything. I think. So the little Legos DeLorean is going to go into the Lego City. You can see why, because obviously it's just a perfect scale car, isn't it? Just a plonk in there. Put it outside some of the modulars. I know some people have got the other DeLorean, the older DeLorean, the Lego Ideas one. They got that to go with the Wild West train. So yeah, there's some nice bits and pieces in there. But I think I'm done, guys. I think that's it. I think we've covered everything. We've got everybody's favorite minifigure stuff. We've done the Speed Champion stuff, the different Lego Ideas stuff. Yeah, I can't find the classic Back to the Future car on the Lego website, but it is available. You can pick it up, and of course you got the bigger one to get as well. So we get the minifigures are completely different because you've got the puffer jacket and dock in this one, and then don't you get the hoverboard in the UCS one? And then there's the other one where they're different minifigures again. Yeah, you got the board. So yes, you get different ones. So you have got the opportunity of getting 6 minifigures if you want to. Oh, John, how are we? How are we? I was thinking of wrapping it up, but it depends if any. Well, now you're here, John. You're the biggest minifigure fan ever. What's your top 3 sets for minifigures? My city, every single Lego modular in order release, except the new 2026. Not a fan of the new one, then. Not a fan of the new modular. But no, yeah, the time machines look good. Um, but yeah, it's just what whatever you can get at that time, isn't it? I think that's the key. That's the key thing with it, because if you can pick them up when they're out, the problem is with this vehicle that we're looking at. For me, it's just too big. Whereas the Speed Champions car, again with those minifigures, I think it's it's been on pre-order for ages. So either they're thinking they're going to shunt a load of units, but with regards to all of the other line in the UK, it's going to be coming out everywhere. And obviously, this Academy car will be sold at every single racetrack as well. So, but oh, it's not pre-order anymore. What? I'm confused now. I thought the Back to the Future car was pre-order in the UK. Okay. Have I misread that, or am I just going mad? So Back to the Future is just coming soon, and the rest of the Speed Champion is pre-order. Well, there we go. Didn't think that was the. Didn't think that. Right. So this is just for the sake of Ryan, because he loved his Willy. That this could have been yours, Ryan, instead of the ×4 Willy Wonka. Could have been yours. This could have been your shape. You got given what you were given, and you got 2 Oompa Loompas, and that's all you managed to. That's all you managed to get, and all you managed to achieve. Sean is still looking for a Lego City calendar, and by the sounds of it, has not yet opened up one. I have just seen a message from Sean, though. Sent you a photo of the golden minifigures all together on the stand. Yeah, you have. What have you just sent it? Oh, you have. Oh, hang on. Wait for it. There. Oh, that way. That way. There. Looking very, very, very smart. That does look good, that. That does look good. No, there was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. 9 minifigures on the stand, but yet you haven't yet opened up your build for this weekend, by the sounds of it. Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Little Lego. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, so this is where we started it. We started it off with this, and obviously we've gone back through some of the others that we didn't see last time. And then we've been going through everybody's top 3 minifigure bits and pieces. So if there is any other sets, because I think, to be fair, I didn't actually realize how strong the Cloud City was. I knew the set was nice, but I didn't realize it came with that many different minifigures. And the fact that it is now worth so much money, I don't know this as a scale of set anymore, because this is literally something that they could have just carried on with the Cantina and all the other ones that they've obviously done. They could have carried on with this, no problem, I would have thought. But for whatever reason, they didn't want to. I don't know. Obviously, there'll be reasonings. Clicking on it for the first time properly and seeing all of the bits and pieces. Obviously, got what, 4 big sections split into different bits. All of the key, well, every single minifigure's there. Obviously, there's a big area naked with where the ship would land, but that's nothing going by what they're doing with the one now. But it's packed of the minifigures, which is something that they're just not doing anymore. So the last 3 sets for Star Wars that have had a huge amount of minifigures, even got the Carbonites in, is obviously, by the looks of it, this one, the Cantina, and now the new Death Star. But I can't believe this is worth so much money. Oh, now the pictures are loading. They didn't want to load before. Ozzy, I did. I will we'll flop that over now. So I'll take a look. See, I'll take a look. I did pick up the family Christmas tree. It is all built and it is all done. So yeah, the only thing that gets me is how depressing the name of this is, because I actually built the whole thing by myself. Yeah, it's a really nice build actually. The death slice of pizza. I know it's that's it. There's three big bits. So we've got what the minifigures from this are nice. As you can see, all of them down on there. I'm still not 100% sure what these are. Oh, excuse me. I don't know what these two are. But then you've got what the four elves, Mrs. Claus and Santa. And then yeah, obviously the tree opens up. So you got the double bit. There's a better photo. And obviously you've got the nice cat around it as well. Have you got any of the Christmas sets, Ozzy? I think I've ended the poll too early now. I should have kept that up. Should do it. I'll do a different combination then. We'll do another poll for a little while. I'm just gonna get another drink. I think I need to wake up a bit. Right. So I need from everybody just pairs of sets that you think would do well in a poll. Just make it up, and I need 8. I need 8 sets. I need 4 pairs. Just write them in the chat, get them in there, and then I will add them to the next poll. I will, on the behalf of Ryan, do Goonies and Willy Wonka. So start a poll. What combo has best minifigs? So for Ryan, it was Goonies and Willy. What else? What else? And what else? What else? I need 3 more pairs. 3 more pairs just for a little while. John doesn't pay attention to them. I know you don't, John. It's all right. I've gone through all of them anyway, so that's what we've been doing as we've been plowing along. I might just do the same sets, but just see if it gives a different result. Anything. It could be anything, Shibo. I just need a set that's good. It's what topic? What the topic thing? What set combination has the best minifigures? Like what we were doing. We're doing a round 2. So it's just a round 2. So I can either just redo the 8 sets that were in the last poll and just put them up with different ones to see if we get different answers, or because it has to be some that everybody knows. So try and keep it to 25, 26. So, for example, the new modular and the Stranger Things could be a popular way to go. Could be, possibly. But no, I do like the Christmas tree. I do like how it opens up. I think it's a smart looking thing. It's a great call. That's gotta be. I can't really write eyeball for that, can I? That's got to be the winner, surely. I need 2 more sets then. A 2 more set combination. What are they going to be? So far, I've got the Goonies and Willy Wonka, the Black Pearl with the 15th anniversary, Rivendell and Barrendor. Well, yeah, that was the Enterprise was there. We had I like that. Daily Bugle and Avengers Tower. Yeah, we'll go for. So I can only fit 2. Ew. Tower. And what I do, I'm going to just change it a little bit. Right. See what these do. So it's what set combination has the best minifigures? Forget the actual set itself. It's just the minifigures in that set. Good luck. Good luck to the sets that are involved. Good luck to the sets that are involved. Oh, I wonder. I wonder who's going to go for what. Let's see. Let's see. Because we've been talking about all live stream. Do you want volume? Do you want a one and done? Do you want all new characters? Do you want value? There's a lot. There's a lot. So as there's one or two new mentions in this, I think the Avengers Tower is one that we haven't actually looked at this evening, which is this thing just here. So first 3 votes, 3 different combinations. Yeah, that's why little Lego. I've just literally said whatever your top 3 is, I'm just getting up on the screen as well. It's just what set combinations. It's nothing to do with the sets. It's nothing to do with the price either. It's literally just the minifigures for this. So that's I'm not. I don't mind what figures sets come from, but we're not putting the we're not taking into consideration the price of anything. It's literally just those figures, and that's it. The set could be rubbish. The set could be fantastic. But let me know what your top 3 is, little Lego, and I'll put it up there because we've had all sorts in. We've had CMF. What we've had? We've had CMF mixed in with the Sesame Street, which is Lego Ideas sets, mixed in with other little bits and pieces as well. So yeah, I mean, if you think like in the last poll, the Ninjago 15th anniversary, that had 23 minifigures in it. So that was, it had a lot of volume on that. But again, with the Fortnite stuff, they're all first time in the line bits and pieces. With these, a lot of these are just reuse. So for the Avengers Tower, it comes with the characters that you need, but a lot of them are sort of like you already had. This is obviously new. These have been redone. That's out of the sort of like the big Quinjet. That one looks great. But you've got Quinjet character. You got, there's 5 or 6 of them that are literally directly from the Quinjet that came out in January of this year. So as a volume thing of minifigures, it works well. However, I bought the Quinjet before the Avengers Tower was announced. I was like, well, I've actually got all the figures already as such. But yeah, you've got there's combination. It depends if you're after volume or if you're going for quantity, if you're going for first time in the line. It's what you're voting for. What you're voting for, because obviously Rivendell and Baron d'Or has very important figures in. The Goonies and Willy Wonka, obviously, it's got all the characters that needed from there. The poll that we did before, I put in the Stranger Things, which was very important to that set. They look great so yeah, it's whatever you think it is. We'll keep that up for like 10 minutes, and then we'll do one more, and we'll do a completely different thing. So in the next 10, what we say, in the next 7 minutes, it'll be at 7. So when this poll hits 10 minutes old, we'll see who the winner is. We'll just see who's winning. At the moment, it's Rivendell and Baron d'Or. Out of all of them, I possibly would go. Oh, I love the minifigures in the Daily Bugle, but the Avengers Tower not so much. Don't know anything about Lord of the Rings, but I know the characters are important. Maybe Black Pearl Enterprise is possibly what I would vote for. But yeah, it's just one of those, isn't it? It's just like what sets do you like? And that's just the poll. That's not your top 3. So maybe you can get the minifig through Bricks and Pit. Yeah, it could do. Maybe. All figures are equal. Well, they are very true when they first come out, but how important are those minifigures to that set? It's nothing to do with aftermarket prices or anything. It's literally keeping it super, super simple with regards to what figures is the best combination for the set. But the set means nothing. We're not worrying about the price. We're not worrying about anything whatsoever. Your own top three is different because that's something completely different. But the poll itself, I would possibly think, and I think the Avengers Tower has actually got the weakest lineup out of all of those sets because there's so many reuses. The Daily Bugle, on the other hand, is completely different. Obviously, Rivendell Baron d'Or first time, Enterprise first time, Black Paul's specific. It's like they're all specific to them. But the Avengers Tower had the same key because it was the exact. It wasn't like it was just different printing. It was exactly the same printing they used in the Quinjet, which is really annoying. Because it was the bigger one. Because the print on that was incredible. But it was these. So I do believe everybody that came with this was exactly the same. So those five are exactly the same. So then you got Cap again, which was 6. Then you got all of the guards. So there's like 4 or 5 of those. But the other ones that were, yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Yes, it does. But it gets this is again what we're talking about, like. Because that was in the previous poll, the slice of cake, with regards to minifigures, like how many of these are reuses? The C3, like we all know that a lot of these haven't got the leg printing on, so you have to get the key rings because the C3PO keyring is a better minifigure than this one. So there's so much controversy with these characters. And then again, you've got a lot of dupes, but you need them, obviously. But does that make it a top set for you for figures or not? I think that's the key. And again, if you're looking for aftermarket, well, that's your money right there. So you do indeed. Yeah, that's it. So I mean, if you had only just got the Avengers Tower and the Daily Bugle and that was all you got, it ticks the boxes for you and you get absolutely everything. But same thing with the Death Star, because you've had these characters quite a lot already, potentially in other sets. Does it hinder the minifigures that are coming with the slice? But at the moment, it's just we'll see. I should have kept the other poll up really because we had all the people that are coming in at the start, and we always get different people jumping in and back out again. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what it does, and we'll do one more. We'll do one more poll in a minute and just see what actually happens. So yeah, it's all good fun. All good fun. Hang on. All figs matter. Plastic. Yeah, we don't discriminate against any type of minifigure whatsoever. If they are missing leg printing or not, it's not their fault. It was how they were born and made that way. So I did what was it? I did a little review on one of them, and one of the minifigures comes with both of the eyes closed. And I think I said in the video, I was like, how does the minifigure know where it's going? And then somebody started to go, oh, it's now you're going to tell me that the minifigures can't hear. And I was like, well, the set actually comes with the character, the hearing aid as well, but never mind. Right. How long's left of this? Just super. We've got 1 minute left. And at the moment, the Lord of the Rings combination is winning. And then we'll just do one more combination and we'll leave that up then. So this was just a quick 10-minute one because I picked the first 2 from the last one, and we will just pick sets because we'll have to put a Harry Potter thing in there as well next time, and we'll have to think of some other ones in. So by the looks of it, just for a super quick 10-minute poll, Lord of the Rings is going to win. I've just got my eye. I'm just literally looking at that poll now, going when that hits 10 minutes, it's done. We'll get these up and waiting. Oh, Shy's up apparently. Right, 10 minutes. 10 minutes in, done and done. So there we go. Lord of the Rings won. Congratulations to Team Lord of the Rings. Right, I need more of them. Give me some more quickly, and we'll keep them up for a little while as we're just sort of plodding along with anything else before I start to wrap things up. So I need 8 sets or 4 combinations, whatever it is, whatever you think is strong enough to do. I mean, you don't have to, but it's just there if you guys and girls wanted to do it. But no, the Lord of the Rings combo was because we could keep the 2 winning teams on. We could do the Lord of the Rings combo, and we could also redo the Black Pearl and the Goonies combo. So we could keep the 2 winners on, and then we could have 2 others in and just see how that works. I'll get that up. What we got? Oh, okay. I like that. All right. So Krusty Burger, it's different. Yeah, I'll take a look at these sets as well. Krusty Burger / Zelda. So we need one more new entry then. We need one more new entry. That is very true, John. That is very true. But then at the same time, they could just snatch it out of a much cheaper set, because that's the only problem with that. They come in everything. Everything. Not the Marvels one, though. Not the Daily Bugle. That Daily Bugle, I still think one of the top sets ever made for minifigures. But the Daily Bugle, because the problem is that they've done so many of those figures, they just didn't do any sort of exclusivity on there. I'm not too sure if it has, Ryan, to be honest. I'm not too sure if it has. Right, Gringotts is a good call. Right, so that's the 2 new ones added in, and we'll keep the 2 winners in then. So we'll do Rivendell again. And Baron Door. Let's just get these together. And then we have the last polls winner, which was and we'll take a look at I think that was the last set winner. Yeah, because the Black Pearl and the Goonies crucified everybody in the last one. Right. Good luck. Right, new poll is on. New poll is on. John's been given a commercial. That only seems to happen to you, John. That only seems to happen to John. Hopefully it was a fun one for you. Right, so the borough. The Wonky House. We're looking at the minifigures, not the actual house. I do own this set. I do have the Wonka. It does have the rubber ducky in, and it does have his silly hat. So it ticks all the boxes if you want the Harry Potter stuff. And again, they haven't given us a picture of the minifigures. So you have got all the Weasleys in this, haven't you? So you've got the teeny tiny ones on the... The only thing is with this, it's on the old-fashioned children's legs, isn't it? Because the newer legs, they bend, because you can get them in the roller coaster sets. There we go. Lord of the Rings is going to win again. Well, we will see. We will see. The Goonies and the Black Pearl smashed it last time, but we'll see. We'll see what it does. So yeah, Team Harry Potter at the moment is these minifigures, and there's one up in the window. also got Gringotts. Yeah, see, Gringotts. See, that's a. But the Harry Potter stuff's strong. I've just realised I have actually put 2 Harry Potter sets together. Probably shouldn't have done that. Never mind. Never mind. But yeah, they come with all of the ones that you want. But then I guess we've done the same thing with Lord of the Rings, haven't we? So we've spiced it up a little bit now. They've just spiced it up a little bit. Yeah, it was the first. What was the first poll? The first poll we did, we had Black Pole with the Goonies, Star Trek and Stranger Things, Death Star, Willy Wonka, Old Town Ninjago and Spider-Verse, and the Black Pole and the Goonies crucified it for minifigures. To be fair, though, with regards to, I guess, the type of minifigures that are in the Rivendell and Barrandor, I would say probably the Black Pearl and the Goonies will give it a run for its money. Have a look at the Zelda. Have a look at the Zelda stuff after. In fact, we'll have a look at that now. Zelda. But it's only, of course, again, there's a new one coming, isn't there? We saw that the other day. I don't know, products. Where has it got that? The Zelda's not gone, is it? So this is the set that nobody seems to care about ever. It didn't go, it took forever for the thing to go on back order. I think it looks nice. I think people have done nice things with it, but it just never seems to be spoken about. It's just one of those sets that just doesn't really sort of get spoken about much. Everybody's like Lord of the Rings forever. Yeah, maybe what we should have done is mixed the Rivendell in with another set and put the Barrandor with a different one. So we probably should have done the Burrow and Barrandor and Gringotts with Rivendell to split the Lord of the Rings fan club up, because that way you'd have to think about it a little bit more. Because I think you'll just vote. Everybody's just voting for their favourite theme. What I think they're doing. But we'll let it run on this one, and we'll start to split. We'll split the Lord of the Rings fan club up. You lot are dreadful. You lot are dreadful. But don't forget, could have been yours. Could have been yours. Instead, we got the Krusty Burger instead. It's still saying there's time to order, but it's clearly not. I'm gonna have a look on the Australian Lego website and just see what they're saying. I think that's all finished now, surely. Gonna work. It's thinking about it. It's on a go slow. It for express delivery 23rd of the 12th. So I'm assuming that's a service that they've got set up in Australia for a very expensive way of you getting your gifts in. But I don't think there's nothing new, is there? There's nothing new that's come on. So they've still got the same artwork up top. They've still got their offers running. No, I don't think there's anything new or exciting. You can order your advent calendar for Australia, though. It's still available with 40% off, Sean. So if you wanted to pick this one up, you can. So yeah, if you need it, then it is there. Right, I'm going to split this Lord of the Rings fan club up now, because I can see what's going to happen. I've ended it early. Right. Oh, Pumpkin wants to go. Pumpkin wants to go. Right. Yeah, I knew it. I knew what was going on. I'm not that stupid. They're going back into the poll, but they're just being split up. So now you're going to have to actually think about it because I know what you lot were doing. I'm not that daft. I'm sure I spelt that wrong as well. I did spell it wrong. What did I miss out? I'm going to throw some B-A-R-A-D. What a numpty. I don't know if you're insulting me or not, to be honest. I'm assuming that's a quote from the film, and I'm just like, yeah, okay. Yeah. My carnival living your dreams. Yeah, now you're going to be in trouble. So I'm splitting them all up. Yeah. Teach you all a lesson, wouldn't it? Teach you all a lesson. Oh, I put 2 curveballs in there. What shall I put in? I'm using everybody's own mixes and top threes for the minifigures. Do I put in the older one or not? All right, let's try. All right, there's one more. There it is. S-E-S. Just to give it a chance. Right, go. Good luck. Have fun. You have to. I've split them up now. I nearly put the Shire in as well, but I thought no, I won't do that. I nearly put the Shire in with the last one. That's very true, actually, Ryan. That is very true. Now you've got you've got a really tough thing now because you lot were going on about the Sesame Street and the Simpsons. So I've just given you anything from the Simpsons, including the CMFs. You've got the 2 biggest sets for minifigures, which is the New Ninjago Old Town and the Daily Bugle. And then I've put in the Enterprise with the Rivendell and the Baron Door with the Black Pearl. So you horrible, horrible man. And I like now how you not having to think which is the better one. Well, to be fair, the winner of this should be clear. I think it should be very, very clear who the winner of this poll now should be. It won't be because there's too many Lord of the Rings fans, but I think it should be quite clear who should win this. They won't, but I would imagine the new 15th anniversary Ninjago set being paired up with the Daily Bugle for minifigures. You couldn't ask for more minifigures if you tried. And I've just given Sesame Street and The Simpsons just a hope because it's any Simpsons set as well. Any set. So you've got the CMFs, you've got the Krusty Burgers. I've put the cartoons with the cartoons. And at the moment, we're 5 votes in, and it's all split. Obviously, isn't that funny? As soon as I split up the Lord of the Rings, it's not that easy anymore. I nearly put Sesame Street with the Shire. So I can see the votes are just changing. So we'll see what happens with that. Oh, has that actually been released? Oh, well, that's going to be rather interesting when I get off this then and actually see all the nonsense. Oh, funny enough, just got a notification through on my phone from the BBC. Oh dear, here we go. It's all going to kick off. I wouldn't vote for that. Also, Lord of the Rings. So you've gone for Sesame Street and Simpsons then? Well, Willy Wonka was in the first poll, and it got absolutely it didn't get crunched. Actually, Willy Wonka did all right for minifigures. For the first poll, Willy Wonka did okay. But no, this thing, 23, I think. So yeah, it's got to be up there, isn't it? Surely, it's got to be somewhere. There's 7 votes in at the moment, and the Baron Dawn the Black Pearl is taking off with the Daily Bugle and the Old Town. We've got a sympathy vote for The Simpsons for the first ever time in history, and the Rivendell Enterprise are now joint third. So good evening to everybody. We're having a bit of a silly time just voting for random combinations and making it as difficult as possible. I've got to think of a harder way. There's too many Lord of the Rings fans in, so I might do one more with all Lord of the Rings stuff separate. Maybe. And I could do that actually. Yeah, I've got an idea. I've got an idea. If one of the if the Simpsons or the Daily Bugle wins, I've got an idea for the last round. But no, I think this looks nice enough. I think this looks very, very good. But The Simpsons. So yeah, this is the one. I mean, does anybody own the others? Because don't forget, there's 3. Obviously, the 2 retired ages ago, and you literally have to sell your car and a kidney to get the houses and stuff at the moment. But does anybody own these? Because I've left it open for you for The Simpsons. I've tried to make it a little bit fairer because you've got 2 waves of CMF Simpsons, and you've got all of these to go for as well. So I'm trying to get it a vote. So have you got these, Lego King? Have you? What, you got the sets? Because these things are worth an absolute mint. They're big as well. I didn't realize actually how big they were. I saw one 2 years ago now, I think. I don't know why they just randomly did the Krusty Burger, because I would have thought they would have done 2 sets at the same time. I thought they would have redone the house and then done the Krusty Burger with it. You're never, ever, from the Lego group, going to get a Quickie Mart again. That's just never going to happen. And you're never going to get a Pooh again. So this it's just not going to, is it? It's just because of what they're like. It's never going to happen again. So yeah, you got the opportunity. So as it stands at the moment, It's just ticking away. Don't collect Marvel and Ninjago, but it's clear choice if people vote the poll question and not for the fit. I think so. I've done it on purpose on that one, John. I've done that on purpose. I put the two from a minifigure perspective. It's just trying to stop Lord of the Rings winning a poll, and we might have done it in this one. But now Simpsons actually has a good chance, because you could think of anything for the Simpsons if you wanted the CMF wave or whatever else it is like that. Because you had to get both of these to get everybody. Because the CMF, they came in their Sunday best outfits as well, didn't they? I think. It's not going to show up now. Brilliant. No. You're going to show underneath? No. Oh, that's really annoying. Yeah, they did some CMF minifigures. They were easy to come by until the Krusty Burger went, and then yeah, it just got difficult to get them. But well, they're not on there. But I do like how the poll is so much more split now. I am a horrible human being. A horrible human being. But we'll do another 10-minute poll, and then I'll do one more. One more is what I'm going to do. Yeah. And for Ryan, we'll bring the Goonies back. The Goonies will return, Ryan. Don't worry. That chocolate sludge will reappear. Sorry, Willy will reappear. Sorry, Willy Wonka will reappear with the chocolate sludge. Has anybody built this yet, by the way? After looking at the ideas set the other day. Where is it? Why is that gone? Nearest. Well, the Goonies is it's on the shelf at the moment, isn't it? Hang on. It's the first one pop up at the bottom there. Of course. Yeah, so they kept this very, very similar to this. Brickford's built the ship. Good build. Just reported the poll to YouTube as an unfair poll. Oh, Ryan says Goonies has better minifigures than Willy methinks. Ooh. Well. Goonies, Willy Wonka. Right, 10 minutes, 10 votes, and we've got a tie for first and second. That's it, done. Just a quick 10-minute poll. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing. Okay. That's a very, very good call, Ryan. So just for that, I'm going to give you your own. There we go. I call foul play. Rigged on a recount. Oh, it's gonna get worse. It is gonna get worse. If it's not my fault. Um, oh, I could just put like, yeah, yeah. I basically I've given Ryan his own category now. Um, yeah, there we go. This is gonna be a strong. It's gonna be a strong one. Ah, yeah. Now, John. The thing is, it's now the Lord of the Rings has been completely split, so they've got to make their own decision now. Because when Lord of the Rings didn't win it the first time, so it didn't make a difference in the first poll because Lord of the Rings was there. It's just that because we put both of those sets together. 4 votes in already. Rivendell Goonies, Shire Enterprise, Willy Wonka. See, the camera is actually a very, very good shout. Because that has Walt, doesn't it, in this? So from an actual minifigure, this is Walt Disney himself. So what is going to do it? What is going to do it? Five votes in, 1 minute gone, and it's close. Remember, it's just a quick 10-minute poll. That's it. And it's only going to be outside interference that takes it over. That's all it's going to be. Didn't know there was a Breaking Bad thing. Well, he does, yeah. He looks he's got very, very, very strong eyebrows, is what this character has just here. So yeah. You vote for it. I can see the votes changing all the time. So at the moment, it's a 2-horse race between Rivendell Goonies and Willy Wonka and the camera. Because I do believe the Dumbo character is also a new mold. I think. And these are a different color one. I think she's got her eyebrows on this one. So there is differences to this. Remember, it's nothing to do with the set. The set, we're not talking about the set. It's just those characters and who you think is actually best. I don't think the Enterprise has come last in every single one, and it's currently losing at the moment. So Rivendell is at 40. So amazing, with 9 votes in already. So Rivendell Goonies at 44, Baron Door Black Pearl's at 22, Willie and Walt Cameron's at 22, and the Shire and the Enterprise is at 11. So, maybe it's just a quick 10-minute thing, just a quick 10-minute one, and then we'll just be silly and just see what it does, because we could. I think we're going to have to put this in one. This is going to have to be introduced into a poll, because that's just a nut set for minifigures. So yeah, to do Cloud City with something, because like the 8080 gingerbread potentially for a minifigure. I mean, I don't know how edible that character is, but that's also a nice minifigure that nobody can get the hang on. Ryan's hacking in. He's gonna. I know. I'm just gonna see Willy Wonka and the Walt Disney camera just get ultimate things. Don't be ridiculous. Don't be what for the one of the minifigures of the year. I know. But it's all good fun, isn't it? All good fun. But no, the Cloud City has good characters in. So I think that have to go into the poll next. So Yeah, we might be we won't have any of the Lord of the Rings sets in on the next poll, so that'll make it even more harder for everybody to vote for. However, I'm amazed where all these votes are suddenly coming from. So everybody that's liked the video so far, thank you very much indeed. And the whole point of this stream was for you guys and girls to let me know your top 3 sets for minifigures. Forget the actual price of the set and forget the set itself. It's just what sets you think had the best minifigures in. Let me know, and I will pop it up on the pop it up on the screen. Ryan's on a mission. So basically, the key words are going to be Willy Wonka, and every time that gets mentioned, that's going to be in. So I'm going to put Willy Wonka with a set that should do well. I could put Willy Wonka with a Lord of the Rings set, and we could see if we have like a clean sweep. So do I do sets next, or do I just do themes? I could do theme rather than sets. What theme combo? Oh, that'd be more fun. Oh, yeah. Okay. But yeah, I think this is going to be. I was going to say this has to be in it, but it depends on what we're going to be doing. But yeah, like how this is with regards to the boat, and obviously it comes with all the characters that it was first shown, plus extra as well. So I'm hoping that the hiring bots are gonna. You got 5 minutes, and the voting's over. 10-minute polls is what we are doing, and Willie is in joint second place. Joint second place. The Enterprise is getting absolutely spanked every time. I think the minifigures are great from this set. I think they do look really good. I think they do look very good. You can't even see them, can you? I'm looking at the minifigures, and you're looking at the Goonies. I think these do look very good. You got about 3 and a bit minutes left, and the moment it could be Rivendell and Goonies. So the bot farm isn't going to work. I think Ryan has his own tab, and everybody in the chat has gone against Ryan. I thought everybody would have just gone, yeah, Ryan, I agree with you. The rarest character so far for the Walt Disney camera. No. No. Not happening. Not happening. Not happening. Not happening. Right. So yeah, if anybody hasn't given me their top 3 for their minifigures for sets and stuff, then just let me know, and I will type it in on the actual Lego website as that poll is just ticking over. What offers do we have on the Lego website? I don't even know what's left. I do not know. Oh, the Vespa's come back. We were talking about the Vespa before, so that's now returned. So it was the UK Tim, I think, not American Tim. It was UK Tim was looking for that Vespa. I take it personally. I'm taking usernames. Well, I was kind enough to even put both of those together for you, Ryan, because if I split them up, I would have got shouted at. So you can take it out on everybody else. Here we go. And see, that's not even been mentioned this evening. Vending machine is a great shout. So we'll go straight into. So this is the top 3 for Andrea. But it's amazing, isn't it? We've been on the stream for 2.5 hours. Loads of you have given me your top 3, but this set hasn't been mentioned. So this is a very, very strong set for minifigures. And Ninjago Markets, again, we haven't looked at any of the other Ninjago stuff. And the Doom figures, that is a great top 3, completely different. So yeah, this is the one, the Doom. It's a flying thing, isn't it? Yeah. This thing again. the really tall, super tall. I'm assuming that's one. I don't know if that's going to be fabric on top of that or not. I've never seen that in person. That tall minifigure really creeps me out. Can you imagine it falling over and just hitting you when you're asleep? That would not be fun, right? You got a minute to try and get Willy Wonka and the Walt Disney camera up out of joint third. Otherwise, Goonies and Rivendell has taken that round. And then I need either some other sets or we start to be horrible and go by theme. Because I could put one theme with one strong set. So I could do Lord of the Rings with Willy Wonka, and I could do Marvel with the Enterprise, and so on and so forth. That's what I'm thinking of doing. Right, 10 minutes is up. 10 minutes is up and done. What's going on there? Right, poll ended. That's it. So you can see what happened with that. We'll get the last one. Ninjago Markets is a good call. Yeah, Ninjago Markets. Over there now. It's all, for some reason, it's all moved. Ninjago. Yeah, very strong characters in this. Again, I mean, it's 21 of them. You can't compete really with the larger sets with the minifigures. I mean, just look how many there are. Well, you can't because the photo is awful. And I've got the technology, luckily, to zoom in for everybody. But even still, it's tough. Right, engage with your audience. I'm much. Do I do it? Quality. Right. Okay. There's. Right. Okay. This should be fun. What order do I put these in? Oh. Breakfast, like that's what she said. Too much length. Never heard that in my life. Lord of the Rings, Marvel, Star Wars. Right. Ooh. All right, good luck. Oh, I am horrible. Change that up again. So what theme / set combo is the best? And we now got Lord of the Rings with Willy Wonka. We have got Marvel with Star Trek, Star Wars with Goonies, and Ninjago and all of the CMFs. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? The first two votes have not gone for Lord of the Rings. So we were Team Lord of the Rings. I'm voting Star Wars and Goonies. I know. He's gone for the Goonies. We'll see. We'll see. Feel free to get involved in that. But I think there might not be enough of you that support Lord of the Rings for this to win. So we'll see. We'll see what it does. We'll see what it does. Um, because of course, all the CMFs, most of them are up on here, aren't they? I think what's happening CMF series. CMF series. There. So it's all. It is Ninjago and all. I've got to do something I can to go up against Lord of the Rings because Team Lord of the Rings is strong at the moment. So it is what theme/set combo is best for minifigures, by the way. That's what it should have said. I got a bit carried away and didn't actually type in the minifigures, but never mind. You know what I'm talking about. So it seems to be then whatever Star Trek is in and up with, it doesn't get a vote for. Right, 7 votes, 7 votes in now. It's got to be surely. If you got the option of all of the CMFs, your CMFs has got it has to beat Lord of the Rings in this one. It's got to. There can't be that many people trying to. I'm doing everything possible to stop the Lord of the Rings stuff winning. But I do miss these though. I do miss the packaging for these. I don't really. Brickford's like we can. Well, that is very true, Brickford. That is very true. But at the moment, Ninjago and the CMFs, well, clearly that should be the winner of this poll. I'm sure it should be. But we still got 25% for the Willy Wonka and the Lord of the Rings because I did put Team Willy with the favourite theme of the night so far. But you could. I mean, that's one way to boycott the poll and just not bother. But obviously, this is for minifigs, and this is the last poll of the evening. John's like, I'm just voting against Lord of the Rings. I've done what I can, John, on this one. It's because it's the theme of obviously Lord of the Rings, Marvel, Star Wars, and Ninjago with individual sets, and it's what theme/set combo is best for minifigures. That should have said. I just didn't write in minifigures on there. But at the moment, it does seem to be Ninjago and CMF. I still can't believe Star Trek hasn't actually had a vote properly. Ryan's like, I'm voting Ninjago next time, so it loses. Oh, I tried my best for you in the Disney camera, Ryan. And no, everybody had the power to help you, and everybody in that chat right now turned their back on you and was like, nope, they were not having it. But then you have got the opportunity of, well, all of these, let's be honest, all of these minifigures are great. Some of these are actually a little bit fruity to get hold of now, actually. And of course, you have got the dog with the poo. They just want to give you a curly whirly turd. They gave you all sorts of accessories when this one came out. You got the rugby player at the back and all the other little bits and pieces. So yeah, this is the last poll of the evening. It's all to do with minifigures. What set SAS theme is best? And amazingly, nobody's gone for Marvel because maybe Star Trek's with it. Maybe. I genuinely thought because the Enterprise was so popular. Fair enough. There you go. There you go. But then the Marvel minifig, because obviously when we had the Avengers Tower and the Daily Bugle together, it won. So everybody thinks, oh, Willie's got a vote. That's Ryan. Ryan's just logged into his third account. Brickford's gone. He's never to be seen again. Brickford's retired from the poll for the evening. You got 9 minutes, so this poll's going to be a little bit longer because this will be the last one of the night, and then we'll call it. Then we'll stop there and call it a night as well. Not you. Oh. Well, we're going to see. With 9 votes in already, you got. It's going to be a slightly longer poll. I could do. I know what I'll do. For the last 5 minutes, we'll do the ultimate poll. Is what we'll do. I know what we'll do for that one. We're going to do the ultimate poll for the final 5 minutes. We are going to literally we're going to divide the chat. I think is what we're going to do. Have they got a minifigures tab? Oh, they have. Well, I've just found something new. We've got a Lego minifigures tab. Isn't that exciting? Oh, well, if I knew that, I would have added that into tonight's live stream. So I'll add that in now. So, gone, creating minifigure, upscale minifigure. Santa is on back order. All the key rings. What else is there? See, I do like those upscale minifigures. Now I've seen the Santa one. But the thing is, this would the Santa work with the Octan? I don't know if it would. It's looking like we can. It's looking like Lord of the Rings is not gonna. It's not gonna win it. All right, Shibo, not a problem. That's right. I'm going in like 9 minutes, so I'll be done. I'll be done soon as well. So, it's because I mean, there's two ways of looking at it. It's because possibly Shibo. Yeah, I'm going to be doing I might be going at the same time. I will be doing a build tomorrow as well, so it might be a dual split live, but we'll see. But the wooden minifigure came out ages ago. It works with Winter Village Godzilla Santa. Very, very true. But yes, Shibo, I will be on sometime tomorrow. So yeah, just keep your eyes peeled, and you take it easy, Shibo. So enjoy the rest of your day, good sir. Storage heads. Obviously, these new minifigures are coming out. And have you got one of the torches? I got given one of these as a present years ago, and I couldn't believe how bright it was. And then obviously you've got the baggage tags that get stolen all the time. It's right pain in the backside. They've got adult Christmas pajamas for $42.99. Who would pay $42.99 for a pair of pajamas? Take it easy, Shibo. Enjoy the rest of your day, sir. Bye, 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 bye. Right. So the winner of that is Ninjago. Oh, CMF. That's it. Right. The last poll of the night. This is going to be last poll of the night. Are we ready? Right. Good luck. What set/theme is best for minifigures? This is it. This is the this is the final poll. Oh, cool! You got them. You got the. Oh, yeah, I remember those blankets. I remember. I can just see the poll changing. Everybody getting the votes in. Not for Lord of the Rings. What's going to be? Is it going to be anything else? Is it going to be Willy Wonka? How is Lord of the Rings doing so well? We're doing everything we can. Anything we can. I would have thought, Ryan, everybody would have helped you for Willy Wonka on that one, but Willy Wonka is still coming last, no matter what I do. Sorry, it's just the last poll of the night. And Lord of the Rings is still holding on to itself. But yes, we're looking at pajamas still. So I remember seeing those things. 1,000-piece puzzle. If each face was an actual brick, that would be all right. But could you imagine if each piece didn't have an actual? Oh, it doesn't, does it? Oh, yeah, that'd be horrible to put together. 1,000 faces. That'd be quite spooky looking at you, actually. That's true. Well, it's there now. I haven't split it up. I haven't cheated with this one. It's Team Lord of the Rings going up against Willy Wonka in a fair fight, and then anybody else that doesn't want to get involved, they have the whole of the Lego website to go up against. So it could be anything else. And I'm amazed that Lord of the Rings and Willy Wonka is still putting up a fight. So we're 9 votes in after a minute. So if you are just joining us at the end of this live stream, we have literally been having poll after poll after poll for like the last hour, and somehow Lord of the Rings keep doing really well until I started to split them up, and now this is the ultimate. What is best for minifigures? Set theme? Is it Willy Wonka, Lord of the Rings, or anything else? That's it. And just to help with your decisions, if anybody's coming in, I will do anything I can to help Ryan on this one. They're the minifigures. So that is Willy Wonka in all of his glory. Forget the set, forget the sewage factory. It is those minifigures there. Anything. Can we get the votes up for Willy? Can Willy Wonka beat Lord of the Rings? So Sean the Chiefs. Well, it is at the moment. Willy Wonka is currently beating Lord of the Rings. Oh, that would be so funny. That would be so funny. The last poll of the night, and Lord of the Rings comes last. Finally, we've done something. It took the rest of the Lego Group website to go up against it. But in all fairness, they do look good. It's just the set. Or the gorilla encounter polybag. How many people actually got that polybag in the end? Because obviously everybody got tons and tons of the hot chocolate stands. But did anybody actually get the polybags? All right, with 3 minutes in, 11 votes gone. And at the moment, Willy Wonka, I should have just put Willy Wonka and Lord of the Rings, shouldn't I? That's what I should have done. But I thought, well, anything else is surely with anything else, it just means that Lord of the Rings would come in at least second. But it looks like it might be coming in third. But Shibo, I think, would have voted. He would have voted for Lord of the Rings. So Lord of the Rings is missing a vote. So but yeah, this is what you could be voting for in all of its absolute glory for the minifigures. That is, again, just the minifigures, not the actual set. But that, I wonder if that's I think that won't be there now, will it? What polybags? What polybags are on? Are there any polybags for sale on the Lego website? No. Because they are literally, the polybags are at the Legoland parks, and then they're in all the supermarkets, but you don't see them online, so you can't buy them if you wanted to. Well, so Shiba sent a message to Ryan, says it's another vote for Willy Wonka, so that's fair enough. This is a sham. I'm calling HR. Right, okay, fine, okay, all right, fine. Hang on. What was it? Right. We'll go for it. Come on then. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? Willie's up there. Willie's got a vote straight away. That's it. If the Lord of the Rings fan base is that confident, what is going to get the votes in for this? So that way we can put anything else to the side. It's literally Willy Wonka versus Lord of the Rings for the last few minutes of this live stream, and we will see who gets what. Just stop the poll now. Well, it's actually, I should actually. It's smashing it. There's no worry, Ryan. Look what's happening. Everybody is now. It's taken all night for people to clock on that we have been doing our best for Willy Wonka to win something, and it's going to win. It's just literally taken 3 hours, but this set finally might be triumphant. Unless if this poll starts creeping back up again, I might. Everybody's been beaten into submission. I've literally got my finger over the end poll. So if the Lord of the Rings starts to shoot up, then we're done. But we've broken the 3 hour mark and we've hit 10 likes as well, which is fantastic. So if you're watching this on the replay and you've enjoyed the absolute craziness of everything, then that's obviously always good fun. And that is the point. We are already 8 votes in for this one, and Team Willie is beating Lord of the Rings. And that is what we like to see. So finally, it's taken 3 hours and 1 minute, but Willy Wonka has won a poll. It's been in everything else, and I don't think Willy Wonka's won a poll in its life. It came joint first when you guys cheated, and because you guys voted for that instead of the pub modular, it actually meant the pub. That pub modular came last in its group, which was very, 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 very funny. But yeah, hopefully you've had a good laugh tonight. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and I am now going to start to wrap things up, and we will. I'm going to do a build at some point tomorrow. I might just do it over lunchtime, just to split it up. So I'll do a lunchtime build, and then probably do another live stream tomorrow evening. So, guys, I will end the poll now. It's a clear victory for Team Willy Wonka. See, look at that. See, easy. It wasn't even close, Sean. It wasn't even close. So, and I might actually. It's like we'll never talk of this again. Well, what I might do is on the next live stream, just have that poll up for the first 10 minutes, and people won't understand. And we will see just out of those 2 sets, which is best, Lord of the Rings or Willy Wonka. And if Willy Wonka puts up a fighting chance. Oh, that's fantastic. All right. Okay. Right. Well, enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy your birthday, Sean, the rest of it. And hopefully you actually have opened up the tabs and actually start putting some bricks together. I'm now going to get some food at 11:05, which is always good fun. Bury this stream into the archives. Oh, well, yes, that is it. So it's basically how it's going to be for the rest of the year. It's going to be Lord of the Rings versus everything else. I think you should. I think you should literally just clip this poll. Obviously, put 118 votes on though instead. But guys, I'll let you say goodbye to I'll let you say goodbye to each other. You take care. Take care. All because I never write it quick enough. Yeah. Hopefully you've had a good time, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. So enjoy the rest of your days, evenings, mornings, wherever you are around the world. Thank you for a good laugh tonight. Obviously, Friday night's going to be a regular thing like this. It's just going to be chaotic for a few hours, and it's always good to have a bit of fun. Right, everybody, take care, and I will catch up with you all tomorrow. Bye, bye.